มาแล้วโอ้โหกว่าจะมาโทษทีก็ปวดท้องด้วยเนี่ยกลับบ้านมาถึงก็ปวดท้องอีกเจริญรุ่งเรืองไทยแลนด์
Doesn't get faded out by the fast lane. This is very patient
play
from RRQ. They are forcing T1
โอ้โหแล้วพี่เอ๋ยบิด
to the spike plant.
เฮ้ย
And into Extra's open arms. Oh,
มัน
quick
มา
with
โย
the
กอะไรตร
double.
งนี้ล่ะครับ
And then continuing to watch out for more potential incoming players. Still though, just trying to look for a mid-round call or a save now that they've run out of time. T1 will have to relinquish the round.
I mean, this is a style for T1 that works very well against Varel, the kind of team that is going to overheat, that is going to constantly push you in the mid-round when you're playing a double duelist comp. But when you're playing against double Enit and a team that actually has a lot of discipline when they switch themselves on like RRQ, these kind of fakes and shoves on the map aren't always going to draw out a specific reaction that you're looking for. So, good prep from RRQ. After the B long control is secured by T1, they go ahead and take A main and then use that positioning to pivot well around R. Xfero on his lonesome goes unchecked in the corner there, not traded out well enough by T1. And Crazy Guy able to play kind of that pivot position between Sight and Art, given the fact that Cushy's been set up nice and comfortably in A main.
Very nice to see. I mean, flashes, grenades, and that's all kind of enough to just send T1 packing somewhere else. Still though, they're going to be able to buy back up T1. Just trying to hold tight for now.
Crazy Guy does once again secure Cushy, the ultimate. Drone goes forward, is dealt with by Munchkin. Buzz unspotted there, so they don't know there's 3 here for T1.
Gotta be careful, Mon yet.
โอ้ยมัน
He has been known to overheat sometimes, but for now he's going to back off.
มันน่าจะคิดว่าแบบมาร์คินชอบมองคนเดียวจะมาดักตัด
contact here, but Cushy is actually rotating over towards spawn, so that's something they're going to have to hold on to for the time being.
Just trying to play around
แม่ง
T1's transgressions.
จะตายไม่ขาดนี่หว่า
Walking into art now.
แล้วมันเป็นอะไรเนี่ยไอ้เหี้ยเอ้ยมันเอาอีกแล้วเป็นค้าง
And as mentioned, Izu walking his way up art. T1 could very easily just turn this into an A execute here, and that's exactly what they do. I believe they dodged the
อ๋อ
knife
เขาแต่
there
เวียดนามครับ
from
เดี๋ยวไป
Crazy
เวียดนาม
Guy.
ครับ
So keep an eye on Cushy in
ไปอยู่
spawn
แล้ว
side. He's ready to rip his Hunter's Fury if this execute comes in, but they're reading this as a B hit.
Yeah, an early rotation leaves Monyet kind of alone.
30 seconds left.
We'll grant T1 entry into sight for now with fast lane. Buzz, close range. Flash is locked back though. RQ just doing their best to try to fault the spike plant. Hunter's Fury, as mentioned as well, will go in, but doesn't really catch on to anyone just yet. 15 seconds left, and T1 retrieves the spike, tries to get it down, but look at those nades. Affords Crazy Guy 1 extra kill. Stacks into position. Buzz as well, just trying to fan across. Will spin 180 to take down a double, but Jemkin still has sight range. Crazy Guy hops on top of the ledge and takes down Buzz, so that leaves Izu alone now. Does he have the headhunter shots? No! Crazy Guy up
อะไร
to a
วะ
4K.
เริ่มมาอย่างดี
It's a big play
ต
from
กไม่เป็น
Crazy
ทรง
Guy.
เลย
Do want to see him playing in front
ใคร
of
ได้
the
พ
home
กเนี่ย
crowd over in Ho Chi Minh, and this would be
แล้ว
a
ก็โดน
big
โบนัส
win to be earning to get one step closer there. At least get yourself into the playoffs, and
คุ
then
ณกิน
from
บอก
there,
ว่า
there's only so
แค้น
many
เพราะ
games
ควัน
you
บุห
need
รี่
to win, especially if you have a great
หรือ
seed
จะมา
coming
แก้
out of
แค้น
this group to be able to secure yourself the spot. This was brilliant in terms of the util from RRQ. Very patient
RRQ
stuff.
ได้ปืน
Get
พ
the
ก
flash in from the KO, comboed
คือ
with the
วาง
dart
ได้
to
โป้
make sure you're going to get a spam. Then the Hunter's Fury as soon as the spike gets tapped. Giving T1 the respect that's deserved. Even though they were in the 3-on-5 there, you saw both Buzz and Stacks were looking dangerous. Izu was still kind of in play.
It's definitely been a big point of discussion. Okay, so we're getting told now that that sign says I'll ask him for a date if T1 wins today. Well, T1, do your best.
ดูแบบทีวอยมันสำคัญ
So a guy doesn't get friend zone. But yeah, it's been needed, you know, to try to fill in that Yoru void. Chamber very effective for sure, but now you try to go things a little
You
bit
want to
faster.
play
Buzz,
let's play
Bias lonesome
I
straight
land,
into
let's
Art.
play.
Still takes down one.
Yeah, 1-for-1's not bad there. You take the Sova out of the equation. That was key. You've seen in a couple of situations to secure
Just
main
let
control,
me
as well as be able to reactively dart when T1 go in on the side. So trading down the Neon for the Sova in this situation, not too bad. Now Meteor in a great position to have some impact here, but spotted out not right on the timing there. Takes a chunk out of Xvero, but cleaned up by Monyet. Now you get the dog back through B long from T1, who still
ไม่
has
ตัดเลย
hanging around
ไม่บอก
main.
มาไหวตัดเลยแล้วกัน
Undecided about where they want to finish this round, T1.
Yeah, unless they can somehow find some space, or if Izu gets a pick here or there, doesn't feel as though they really have much legs in this race, in this round for now. Look at RQ's positions as well.
Yeah, very passive, giving T1 nothing. The stars thrown from the other side of the map. You see Munchkin giving Izu a little bit of cover there, maybe try to cause a little bit of a reaction or rotation for RRQ so that Izu can have some impact here.
RQ's not moving though. Just in position. A
There you
bit of a jiggle, but tour de
เห็น
force
ว่าต้องวอร์มก่อน
is enough
ไม่
for
วอร์มนี่
Monyet
ไม่ใช่
to try to play around though. We'll spot him out. Down to 2v3.
You saw Stacks going for the rotation back towards
RRQ
A there.
รู้
He
เลย
was
ครับ
thinking
ไป
about
ดี
it, but as Izu goes down, it's straight back into the B
รู้เร็ว
side.
จังอะ
Crazy guy, phenomenal game on the KO thus far. Can
อุ้
cancel
ย
the plant with the fragment.
Oh no, that's too clear. You don't really have a safe position now. You're just gonna try to double back in, but then a potential fast flood. There goes Monyet,
Ow.
but taken down. A
Oh,
moment of
no.
เป็นเรื่
hesitation.
อง
No
เลย
command popped as well. But Crazy
ไป
Guy's
หน่อย
now
อย่าง
out in
นี้
the open. You cannot pick him up. It's all down
รี
to
บไปหน่อย
Jetman
นะ
and an operator, and he doesn't have the right angle. What a play.
Keep an eye on the replay here. We've been talking about how phenomenal Crazy Guy's utility has been so far and how good his flashes have been to be able to secure the aim control to be comboed with the dart. That's a flash that doesn't quite clear the edge of the smoke
พี่ให้
there.
ใครคู่นี้พี่
Want to see if
P1
we're going to
ครับ
get the replay of
P1
that
ครับ
because he actually flashes himself and Monyet instead of Munchkin and it kind of gets them killed. Look, Monyet's blind as he slides out there and Crazy Guy dies for free as well. Doesn't get the trade. That needed to be a Munchkin round. Stacks under a lot of pressure and he delivers the 3K.
I'll have to listen into team comms for now.
Trim it. Con, trim it, con. Is the Astra in B again, I think. Hold the main con.
I break the
The
dog.
main was clear, you can go closer if you want. Care chamber marks him, he does enough, I think. I can flash for you if you want.
And contact from Izu over here towards Art's side. Jemkin on this A main line. It's usually been the Sova over here, so we'll see how well T1 is going to use their util to push him off the
ป
line.
กเก่าอยู่นะ ยังไม่ได้เปลี่ยน
Otherwise,
ป
it's
ก
going to have to be Jemkin. Trailblazer again, and he's shoved off the line.
Very safe play. Drone back
ถือว่า
through middle is
ไอ้
going
นี่
to
อยู่
allow
นะ
Monyet
T1
to push, but Meteor
ไล่
is
เกม
lying
ที่
in
ดีอ
wait.
ยู่นะ
And as soon
ไม่ได้
as
เล่น
the
เลย
turret makes contact, Meteor pounces.
จังหวะแรก
Just one adjustment from T1. Now looking to kick down the front doors of A site. Just Jemkin into the smoke with the shorty around Cosmic Divide. Trying to listen for the
ไม่
spike
กี่
plant.
ทะลุสโมกไปเลยวะ
It's
เอ้ย
a lot of
เอ้า
sound as well, this ultimate.
นี่ไง
But the timing
ทะลุ
catches
สโมก
Buzz. But at the same time, a bit of a scuffle across the map around middle will
โอ้โหเกม
allow
ที่มันสัมผัสที่
RRQ
หก
to
แล้ววะ
regroup, especially around stairs. Another angle for T1 to contend with. Counter Cosmic Divide comes in to block off the A main angle, but
Lovely.
Stacks goes flushing
หลบแปดไม่ทันเฉย
through.
กูจี้
หม
Three
ดเลย
kills in succession will allow for T1 to come back in.
T1 recognizes that RRQ still has the Cosmic in play, and they play around it perfectly. Just at
ตอ
the
นนี้
right
โฟเซน
timing,
ไหว
you
กับ
know.
ทีมไหน
You
บ้าง
could see that RRQ was sitting around
ต้องถามว่าทีมไหนไหวกับฟูเซนบ้างหรือเปล่า เราเรียนประโยคผิดหรือเปล่า
kind of overcook things, and as soon as the Cosmic comes in, Flash comes out for Stacks, catches Kushi full blind, and it's not just Stacks there. The whole team is swinging with him. Very coordinated stuff from T1. It's what they do so well. I feel like in the mid to late round, the ability of T1 to kind of play off of each other is really a cut above most of the teams in Pacific.
ไม่มีใครไหวกับฟูเซนแล้วตอนนี้
It's not just the usual suspects today. We've got Stacks, Munchkin, we've got Xfero popping up here and there. Still though, that begs the question now what's the
T1 ใช้ของกดดันอาร์ตดีมากเลย
all
พี่
the way up B long with an op.
He's got a full info line, and that's allowed for a big stack on this A side of the map for RRQ. This site is very
จิ๊บ
holdable.
จิ๊บปึ๊บ
Gonna need to play your cards right. We've seen some missed util here and there from Crazy Guy as well, but here we go, lockdown.
Because she's got the dart here, so could definitely play for the spams as T1 try to get back into the site. There's the fragment to try to hold them at bay for now. Flash up over the top, maybe in combination with the dart, looking for a kill for RRQ.
Unfortunately, not quite landing the way they wanted to. They will try to check outside the smoke.
ผู้เชี่ยวชาญทางด้านการหลบแฟลช
Ridiculously nuclear right outside the edges of the smoke, prevents entry, and continues tearing them through as well. Runs out of ammo though, so it's going to be Monyet to find a refrag, but now 2v4 without range.
It's an instant save, but that's just brilliance from T1. The lockdown to create the space, and they understand how RRQ wants to play that. Being able to take pick control and disrupt RRQ before they can actually invest their initiator util and find any value with it is exactly what you need to do in that scenario. T1 just not playing the same kind of post plants over and over again. As I mentioned before, not only are they phenomenal at playing off of each other into mid to late round, but they're so dynamic about how they change up running the execute on the exact same sites. They've just got so many different variations. The depth is really phenomenal to watch, and this is their third game of Pearl as well.
That's true. Played against Farrell as well as DFM. And this result of a win streak comes in off the timeout in round 6. I mean, what's impressive to me is also just the fact that Buzz on this micro play waits for the flash and somehow finds it through the smokes.
Yeah. And he's on his own from there. You know, the next closest is Stax, who's planting the spike. There's no one to really trade Buzz there. He's one of the best neons at the moment that we've got in Pacific. Very consistent on this agent. It's a staple of how T1 is playing Valorant at the moment in the post-Yoru meta. Yep.
See how it continues as well. RRQ, no timeout yet. They're pushing up a main.
And Jemkin has got an operator here. You've got the overdrive from Monyet. This is a very winnable round, but the shot has not been connected from Jemkin. It's been a little bit lax with the operator, and the overdrive is wasted on the A side of the map. That got no value.
ทำไมมอนกดอันติตรงนั้นน่ะ
Keeping them checked as well. They always
มอนนึกว่าอันติอยู่ตลอดมั้ง
เฮ้ยมอนเอาดี
Gets gunned down, and Jemkin, despite the off angle, can't quite see too much. The one-way smoke blocking off.
You've got some good ideas from RRQ, but similar to the slow start that you've seen in this group so far, that just doesn't look like they're switched on enough yet.
หายละ
Really pains you to
กดเอาสไลด์2 ทีพี่ดูดิสไลด์หมดแล้วอะ
เฮ้ย สไลด์หมดแล้วอะสูตรไหนเนี่ยโรเทตฟัดโรเทตอ๋อกดโรเทตนะโอเครู้เรื่อง
โอเคพี่ไม่ใช่เมนีออนเนี่ย
ไม่น้อทำอย่างนี้นี่เอง
โอ้โหสไลด์หมดอะ
Buy time away from the defuse. Crazy guy, despite the shot, will have to kind of call it safe.
It's the same thing again and again.
เมื่อวานต้องเจอเชอร์ลีฟบราวนี่เอาไป4 หัวเก็บคัดไปดิ
So aggressive and up in the face of RRQ. It's exactly how you want to play against double Enit. Against the double duelist, you know, you over-aggress, you overcook things. Can definitely put you in a bad
มันนึก
position
ว่า
if you do want to
บี
play
จะมาหลอก
active
หรือ
a
เปล่า
lot
เมื่
of
อกี้
times
บี
trying to
ทำข่าว
stop
ครบ
them
ปะ
coming out of the chokes.
สวัสดีครับ
Particularly against
ครั
the
บ
double Enit, this is where we need to see
Hello.
RRQ start to adapt.
ดู
a
เนี่ย
little bit more. I
Pacific
think a lot of the time they're flashing some of these close positions.
อะไรนะ
This was flash dart to be able to get back in on the
มี
retake, and Buzz is just up in their face disrupting them. They're using the only drone that they have on the Sova a lot of the time, looking for information.
แชร์มาเอา
เมื่อกี้มันแย่บีลองแบบเสียงเงียบๆคนเดียวอะไรเงี้ยเข้าใจได้อยู่ที่บีมันก็โหโหมข้ามอยู่นะ
T1 RRQ นี่คือกรุ๊ปเดียวกับเราปะ
ใช่คิวไม่ไหววะสเตจนี้ ไม่มีเจมคิมนี่โอ้โหไม่เหลืออะไรแล้ว
ไม่เหลือเลยแหละ
เขาเล่นแชมเบอร์2 ทีมเลยดันอะไรอ่ะ
เขาดูไอ้นี่มาไอ้อะไรวะไอ้นี่เอสมา
กูว่า
แล้
แล้ว
แบบนี้ดันเพอ
เอนนี่เอส
It's much needed, because otherwise T1's going to have their way with this map. RRQ's map pick, they had something prepared, but we're not really seeing it after T1's timeout. To move on into round 10, I mean, T1
ไม่ส่งพักปล่อยผมนะ
you break the economy once again. Not only that, they would have secured a lead down into the second half. So crucial round for RRQ and its different positions this time. RRQ, Shemkin in towards Art, starts things off in an op shot, takes down Buzz.
It's a heavy hitter down for the count already. Munchkin spotted over on this A side of the map. It's a similar looking default. RRQ have seen this before, but you cannot feed Munchkin too much there. Going to be quieted for the time being. Stack spotted over on that B side of the map. Meteor and Izu still in play in terms of the lurk, but the spike in spawn, Stack's just making a play on his own.
And with Seekers, Crazy Guy just dumping all the utility to try to fend him off.
Not ready yet.
Seekers kind of giving away information as well, but here comes Xpharaoh inside of R. Gets taken down by Izu.
Look at Meteor, he's still in place. Someone's got to get the spike. Izu going to dive back into spawn and pick that one up, and Meteor's got a lot of space here. These are just quintessential T1 rounds. It's 3 individuals taking timings with full confidence. Just so many sleeper agents that could activate across the map.
That's what this entire team was touted to be.
ยิงขอใบทวิตเตอร์วิ่ง
Since this roster shuffle around thrown into
เดี๋ยววัน
chaos,
พรุ่งนี้
and
บอก
now
ให้
RRQ has to find the read. They perhaps might have heard some of the Killjoy utility being deployed. Will incite the pick from Jemkin. Now the final player left, it's Izu. Doesn't really have the rendezvous or anything, so it's all down to dual isolation and angles as well. He gets caught misstep. Cushy to find the recovery for RRQ.
Yeah, Jebka makes all the difference in that round. Buzz plucked in the middle. Second kill found as well.
โอ้แต่ RQ มันคือเจมชินจริงว่ะพี่
There's a difference between RRQ finding kills in the early to mid round and you know, being in one of these either mantis advantage situations where the lurk finds some value or a 5v5 retake, which haven't gone to crash off for them so far.
เจิมรัวๆเลย
That's what we're used to seeing from Jemkin. That's why, you know, it makes sense for him to be on the Senti or the chamber. He's a player that just has great positioning, such an intuitive sense of how to take a duel and win it, where to position himself.
Hopefully we'll get to see more of that as he treads down B long this time. It's a full force 3-2 split from T1.
Yes, he did. It's just positional perfection from Jebkin, not a toe out of line. Izu taken out of the equation early one for T1. That's been a big game plan for them. Now Meteor feels the need to activate in the mid round. You've lost your chamber to lock down that B
ให้แบบ
line.
จังหวะยิงอะหลบพวกของสกายไลน์เดินอะ
And the drone out from Cushy
แต่
now.
เดี๋ยวนี้พี่เขาไม่หาไลน์แล้วดิพี่หาแต่ไอจีอะ
Away, Munchkin
ใช่ป่ะ
ได้จี
as well.
อ้าวคนละไลน์เหรอ
Buzz
ไลน์
อ๋อ
พี่เอฟไทยทีวันไหมครับ
He's, kind of taken up
แต่เจมกิ้งใช้เวลานานอยู่นะ
in this
ผ่าน
particular
มา
round. This is a
10
kind
ราว
of
แล้วเพิ่งจะเจอ
61 default that you've seen in their earlier Pearl games. Really up the individuals to find timings here.
Capable. Meteor, however, hasn't really been too hot so far on this map, and now it's going to be Xpharaoh caught with the intel out.
ปล่อย
At
เม
least
โท
Crazy Guy takes down
ไหล
Buzz
เข้า
in
กลางก็
exchange, but then it could
เรียบร้อยเลย
be an open A site. Cushy, trying to play it safe, does have Hunter's Fury as well.
It's such a small detail, but the pressure on the B site is exactly why he picks up his star there, and that's what gets him killed. So T1, even these small little prods and pokes around the map, even if you don't pull a rotation per se, you can pull up just even a minute mistake. Hunter's Fury looking to cancel the plant here, does catch the edge of Stacks. 14 seconds on the clock.
And the 0 point.
10 seconds left.
Munchkin still
Hey.
trying to hold and fend off just inside of pit, but Monyen goes head first.
เรียบร้อยปล่อย
Last
มอนบิ
player
นทาง
standing,
เล
and
ย
he doesn't have any more time. Munchkin, unfortunately, relegating the round, but still trying to mop up kills. Not too bad.
One or two more there, and RRQ could have been a little bit more battered than they might have wanted to be.
ทุกครั้งที่ทีวันตีวางช้าเลยเป็นเรื่องที่เลย
Recovery in round 10 and 11.
แค่ข
ที
อ
วัน
ไว้
พยายามจะเล่นแบบพี่โบ๊ท
This
เล
was
ย
gonna be a runaway train of
Oh, yeah, they
attacking side for
อย่า
T1.
เลย
อย่าดีกว่า
And RRQ have put them back in the box a
เล่น
little
แบบพี่
bit
โบ๊ท
more.
เดี๋ยวนี้พี่โบ๊ทเขาซิ่งแล้วนี่ฮะ
That's courtesy of both Monya and Jemkin starting
Young.
to find some impact
ยังอีกเหรอ
ล่าสุดกลับมาเริ่มเอาอีกแล้ว
of RRQ.
เริ่มได้ผลไง
Consistency
พยายามซิ่ง
of
แล้วไม่เวิร์ก
Jemkin and the highs and lows of Monya.
Quicker paced round from T1 now, though, all of a sudden, 1-2-2, but also a lot of aim being blocked off.
Getting Meteor a little bit more impact and activation towards the middle of the map. Aggression now from Cushy.
Whoa.
Hand in hand with Xpharaoh.
เฮ้ย
Oh no, but the flash as well. Boom goes the dynamite. It's going to be Xfero now, just trying to fan out alongside Monyet. But what is this? Buzz and Stacks are back into the fray. Munchkin launching at a South down B long.
This is perfection from T1. It's what their comp does very well. The combination of the Sky and the Neon is just so fast to be able to react to any kind of pressure from the defense. Munchkin on the lurk has been a standout for T1. And if Jemka makes his way towards spawn, he's already got him dead to rights here.
Pretty much. Barrel spot clear as day. 7-5.
Yeah, really, really nice attacking side there for T1. You had a couple of moments from RRQ. Great pistol to start things off, and I dare say if they don't get ecoed in round 2, that this would have been a defensive half that favored them. But regardless, they did pick themselves back up and still chip in a couple of good rounds. Looks like T1 is not as, you know, relaxed as they were in their opening 2 series to start out this game against RRQ.
That's right.
They're looking pretty switched.
แฮปแท็บ
คือถ้าเล่นแชมเบอร์อ่ะต้องได้ตัดแชมเบอร์ไม่ได้ตัดนี่คือแบบเหมือนหายไปตัวหนึ่งอ่ะ
ต้องได้ตัดนะน้อง
แมนซีป่ะวันนี้
ๆแมนซีเตะใคร
อาร์เซนอล
ลาก่อนนะแฟนแมนซี
มีไลน์อัพทีมไหนอยู่ด้วยกันนานๆ RQ นี่ก็ถือว่าเหนียวแน่นหนึบอยู่นะเป๊ปไงเปลี่ยนคนนึงถือว่านานไหม
T1 bias crowd.
Yeah.
Which is not surprising. We're in Seoul after all. You know, there's a few people in Seoul that know T1, like the
เป๊ป
organization.
มีเกมหนึ่งน่าเล่นตอนนี้
Yeah.
เป็น survival
They're kind of like a homegrown, like
Game
small operation.
ชื่อว่า Wild Rose
Very indie. Love the
เจมส์
vibes. But
ชวน
either
เล่
way,
น
now it's going to be RRQ on
Hey.
the attack. Jemkin. Solo push
Not
down
in,
A
not
main.
in.
He's got to watch out for Izu.
น่าเล่น
I
น่าเล่น
think T1 is already positioned excellently here, but if Jemkin can make the difference,
มันเล่นได้
and
กี่คน
Izu
นะ
on A main could be big.
ไม่รู้เหมือนกัน
Shot not connected, so Jemkin does secure A main without really anything invested. Hasn't even needed to pop his rendezvous yet.
Triple elevation stack around Art as well.
Big high-low for sure. It's not a part of the map that you want to be heading into as RRQ, who actually throw a flash over the top of
เดี๋ยวถามกินไม่
Connector.
ได้ดีกว่า
Try to pull a rotation or a reaction from
ช่วง
T1.
นี้ติดจัดอะ
But with the
สงสัย
trademark
อะไร
not
ไม่รู้
going
เลย
down
ถาม
in that part
ตี
of the
ไม่
map,
ได้
T1
รู้
are
หมด
just
เลย
gonna
อะ
kinda
ไม่ว่า
trust
จะเป็นเรื่อง
themselves
ที่
here.
คิดว่ามันไม่น่า
สง
จะ
สัย
รู้
ให้ถาม
รู้อะ
ถูกละ
And that guy
Huh?
like pretty much confirms
สงสัยให้
it.
ถามก็คือ
They're
ถูกละ
probably not going to move from this A site.
No,
แต่มัน
this
รู้
is
หมดเลย
definitely
ไง
gonna be the sheriffs backing themselves in some duels. You got an anti-flash position in the
ที่ดู
close
ปัญหา
corner
ที่
from
พี่
Buzz, but
แก้ไม่ได้
after
อะ
the orb gets
มาตั้งนานอะ
secured from
ให้ alternate แท็บ
RRQ,
จอเวลา
they're
เล่น
gonna go
ภาพ4:3อะ
up with Xfero potentially on that
พี่
B
จิม
side
ไม่
of
นาย
the map.
รู้เฉยเลย
Either way, you're going to be happy with the ult.
มันไม่น่าเกิดขึ้นนะ
Crazy guy trying to self fakes by himself. Truly insane.
He's done very well. Baited out a lot of utility and secured a 3-man stack over towards that A side of the map. Quick rotations in tow from T1. Meteor trying to pluck one on the cross before this gets too far out of control.
See if the early warning system does award him a bit more damage
10
or
seconds
not.
left.
Now it's going to be Jemkin
เฮ้ย
holding up by Link, but no real shots just yet. It's Crazy guy with the late
ไปเลย
lurk
ครับ ไม่
suddenly
เล่น
popping
นะ
through. Frags tossed
กลับ
as
ไป
well.
รี
Might
คู่กับเพื่อน
buy a bit more time away. Allows for RQ to back themselves into pillar.
He's still got
RRQ
the
lang.
relay bolt here from Monyet as well, and that's going to get dumped on Link's side. T1 is taking a little bit too long to get back in here.
Yeah, all
โดน
up
พก
towards
หรือ
the
เปล่า
choke. They still have that flash
Oh.
from Stacks up, but that shot mid-air,
เนี่ย
Jemkin.
ท่าน
Magnificent tracking into the smokes, and especially with the shock dart as well. RRQ had this round in spades.
อย่างนั้น
I
เลย
mean,
เหรอ
that's
เจมส์คิน
phenomenal from Crazy Guy. He's looked very comfortable on this KO, but his calling in that round and his util has really just won the day for RRQ. It has
เล่น
to
ได้
be
แปด
said.
ครับ
Flash up over the top of a main and a knife. He comes in from the lurk, picking the chamber, and makes the perfect mid-round call to set up RRQ in a very nice-looking post plant there.
Enemy remaining.
Truly your IGL. I mean, so selfless in how he makes his plays and calls. And he does it by himself. Keeps 3 more players from T1 pinned down. Next round comes up though, and of course T1 not backing down from the fight. This time they wrangle the orb away in A main.
Stacks prioritizing the Seekers to start things off here. Meteor had a bit of a quieter game, especially on the attacking side. He's usually quite good. So definitely his stomping ground here on Pearl on the Killjoy.
Yeah, typically.
But a bit of a quieter one here. Maybe
โอ้เล่นได้
start to
8
warm
คน
up
เลย
a little bit more on the defense.
แปดเลย
And T1, I mean, defense is the technically correct word, but it's looking like the offense right now. Izu's walked up to top mid, taking Xfero's head off, and Munchkin is in transition as well.
ไปซะละ
Oh, he
โฟโล
needs to watch out for that as an Estra, but
คนทุ่มเทง RRQ
now things might start to sting.
You could get Kushi caught on the cross here. You've only got a main control. There's a 3 stuck over there for T1. Are RRQ going to lose the second round after winning pistol again?
Surely not.
That would be
ปีนี้ไม่น่า
pretty
แพ้
egregious, Quack.
They're trying to walk or waltz
อื้อหือ
into A,
หันมา
I
เช็คพอ
should
ดี
say. Okay, a little check from Izu.
Yeah, Kushi's still on the lurk here. Can't afford to get caught by Munchkin, who will not trigger the trademark. There's a big rotation coming back in from T1, mostly from spawn side.
If Munchkin times this just right, you would have no idea how he slipped there. At the same time,
Okay.
now the main forces from
แม่งเคลียร์อาร์ตหมดแล้วดูแค่
full
CT
pistol
ครับ
string, trying to get
เป็นง่าย
themselves
แล้ว
settled
RRQ
in towards back sight. All the utility from RRQ as
แต่ว่า
well.
มาสกินช้าไปหน่อยดิ
Munchkin just trying to call this one for himself. Sets up for the backstab, but here comes Buzz in with the shorty. Monyet pushes
เฮ้ย
through. Suddenly caught mid reload!
อุ้ย
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, Munchkin, what have you done? 3 found, and it's just Kushi to try to stave it off, but it's not happening. Once
เอาอีกแล้ว
again,
ครับ
Eco thrown off.
Unbelievably tilting for RRQ. Great pistols to start off. Both the opening pistol, they had the perfect read against T1. It was the flash up over the top, and they got a bunch of kills in middle on the defense. Now on the attacking side, they called a perfect pistol
Ding,
yet
ding.
again, only to get Eco.
ดิงดิงคลิกขวาปะไม่ใช่
This is
เจ
your
มส์กิมโล
map
ไง
pick.
มันโดนในไซส์เจ็บแล้ว
You put a lot of prep, a lot of
แต่ปิด
eggs
คิว
in
ตัว
the
แรกไว
basket of picking an extremely strong map for T1 straight into them, but you're not doing yourselves any favors here as RRQ.
ช้าแต่เป๊ะ
Says it all.
กินบอก
Playing off against the back foot, but they are purchasing up some hero weapons.
Yep, Jemkin on the Vandal, Monya on the Bucky. See if they're feeling lucky. Hey, Crazy Guy's given Jemkin that Vandal. You said, go on, mate. Go get me some kills, win me around. Outlaw doesn't find its mark, but Izu's feeling confident.
เฮ้ย
Some smokes. Trying to check it. Relay bolt fast lane. Izu still continuing to fire on.
ไม่ชอบเลยไอ้ มุมแบบว่า
Hunter as well.
สโมกหายแล้วมุม
Okay,
เปิด
at
อะ
that
มุม
range,
ที่
I'm
เมื่อกี้
surprised. Monyet has
Hey,
done
Meteor
well to
ยืน
give
อะ
his team some space.
Spike planted.
Buzz
tายทุกคน
looking to get back in here. He's usually going to be the cleanup crew for T1. Guiding light goes forward, and the trades are looking decent for T1, but RRQ's tucked themselves into
ไปวินิ
backside,
โคมา
and
แพ้
Jemkin hasn't had to do anything yet. He's been sitting on that Vandal since the start of the round.
That's ridiculous. 1 HP Monyet, and he's still such a thorn in T1's sides. Jemkin with the angle as well.
Got blocking vision.
Any time of the day, you would bet that he gets that shot. Munchkin gonna do his best though, trying to thwart the advances for now. But onto the spike he goes.
He's got it hard.
Jemkin, does he have it? Right through the smoke. It dissipates and down to the half. Almost gets the shot off. Now Jemkin pushes up, but Munchkin lands it just enough
พิกกิน
time.
ไม่มีพิกกินเราจะอยู่กันยังไง
Saves the round for RRQ.
Oh, it gets bloody close. But RRQ, they caused the upset that they were looking for. Bought a hero Vandal, and Jemkin indeed was the hero of the hour to secure that 1v1. Good shot from Izu, changing up the elevation. Have to say that Meteor needed to get more done there. Close range with the Vandal anti-eco. You'd be banking on Meteor holding down his side on the Sentinel to get at
แต่ง่ายอ
least
ยู่แล้ว
two.
กลับมา
In
ตึง
normal circumstances, very quiet game from him thus far. Uncharacteristic even.
Needless to say, though, still entertaining Valorant.
ขอบคุณพี่มิวนะครับสำหรับ20 เดือนนะครับ
And T1 goes again, aiming
50
control. You got Buzz and
ก็ไม่เยอะเท่าไหร่นะ
Judge
ที่เป็นแบบ
towards
11
the doors.
Munchkin's over here. 16 and 5 on the Astra. He had a really big game on the Astra in the last game of Pearl that they played as well, I believe. Can't remember if it was the T1 or the Varel game, but he was phenomenal in one of those. Just earlier on in this stage. T1 going back to the drawing board here. Very much saving for the rest of the defensive half, getting closer towards some of these ults. But as mentioned, with shotguns and sheriffs in hand, still a dangerous
จบสักที
prospect for
คู่เนี้ย
RRQ.
ไม่ให้จบเลยจบแมตช์เนี้ย
Okay,
ปวด
righting
ขี้
his
เลยอยากไป
wrongs.
ขี้
That's
มาก
a
เลย
good opening pick onto
ยิงกันจ
Monyet.
ริงๆเลยปืนพกเนี่ยตอนนี้
3 thrifties in a row is definitely a possibility.
Picked up the spear blunted. But more support coming through with infantry marching down B. Link.
Ready.
Buzz comes back in with the judge.
So on the off angle, needs to deal
ต่าง
with
ไม่
Gemini
ขาด
here. This chamber off has been a point of contention right since the start of the half.
ใส่แก้วดีกว่า
มีสูตรแล้วกินครับ
From the rest of the boys though.
คลิปมาแบบนี้
Flashes left for Crazy Guy. No
คลิปมาแบบ
drone.
นี้
You've only just got
โอ้โห
the
ปิดมุมว่ะ
signature pieces
ไม่ได้
of
ว่ะ
util
อย่างเงี้ย
here from the initiators.
ไม่ได้
Alright, 0 point checks it.
ได้แล้วไม่ได้ละ
Lovely. Push him away. Deny the rendezvous and
แปลก
then
กว่าคู่
dart
เนี่ย
onto the line. Fragment will secure a little bit more space with 10 seconds on the clock. Plant goes
Ui.
down.
And it's Buzz. Ooh,
Ui.
just enough. Does RQ dive back on top of the spike? They are trying to get it, but it's Munchkin with a block. That's the round
โอ้โห
right there.
อย่างงี้กันอีก
พี่กินอีกแล้ว
Rob
เหมือน
them
กันเดเลย
again.
สองทีมอ่ะ
3 thrifties in a row. This game is just a mess. These are two teams that are associated with, minimal mistakes, with clinical gameplay. Some of the finest teams that we have in Pacific, for the most part. But in this case, at least here on Pearl, we're just getting a scrap fest.
คนอยู่หลังสโมกยิงไม่โดนอ่ะเห็นปะเลือดอยู่สี่กิ้งกระโดดออกมาเสียงปืนดัง
Such
lihat main lot,
reads and plays back and forth. I mean, there was a guiding light towards A main. The way that Izu kind of held everything in line. Now all of a sudden it's a quicker paced round. A full pistol train again with Monyet as the tip.
Yeah, you need the overdrive to go huge here if you're hoping for anything on the side of RRQ. 2 to force, ripped. RRQ are serious about this one.
Don't know how much stake I would put into it though. KT1 just want nothing to do with it.
Full retake set up on the A side. Flash lined up from Crazy Guy. And the rest of RRQ does make their way back towards middle. Trailblazer through the middle of the map. I mean, something must have triggered T1 to be nervous about that. The trademark's been invested on A, so they don't really have much information towards the middle of the map. All the Killjoy utility was towards B as well. Maybe the alarm bot got shocked or something like that. But something has seriously spooked T1.
Still though.
เก่งนะแชมเบอร์แบบนี้ถ้าแบบว่า
They could come in with a retake.
แล้วแถมมันไม่ได้แบบเวอร์เหมือนเมื่อก่อนเลยนะที่แบบว่าเล่นทุกด่าน
RRQ to break through this initial barricade.
มุมเล่นมุมอะไรเยอะ
แต่ด่านนี้มันเมื่อก่อนทีวันมันเล่นคิวจอยไม่เหรอแต่ไม่เวิร์กอะ
ก็ยังมีอยู่อะ เป็น2 เซน ๆเมเทโอต้องยังไงต้องคิวจอยแบบนี้ เดินเป็นบ้านเลยบ้านเกิด นี่อ่ะ
The final kill here or there. It's gonna be Buzz initially. Tour de Force moves in.
โอ้โห
But no shots found just yet. Headhunter removed as well. RRQ back
GG
themselves
ว่ะ
to A main where
จริงจริง
T1 was already
จริงจริง
in position
2-0
to
นะ
cut
ผม
them
ว่า
off by their feet.
โอเซนมีใครเล่นแช
Now
มเบอร์ได้
on
ไหม
to double
ติด
digits.
บ่อยอ่ะ
T1 just rewarded with the same patience that they used to crush Varel on this map earlier in the group. Overdrive gets pulled out. 2 to 4 get pulled out, and they just give RRQ enough rope to hang themselves with, so to speak. Just wait for Monyet to overheat him towards spawn side, and then really good movement and guiding light from Buzz. I mean, Buzz and Stacks in tandem is a big talking point of this T1 team right now. The synergy of these two players
แล้วมึงมาลำมวย
having been on
เก๊ก
so many rosters for such a long time is phenomenal. And
บัตเมมป่ะวันนี้บัตมันค่อนข้างที่จะเมม
ปั๊บเป็นเม้นจัด
Time out.
withstand you on 好 I'm gonna go home yo be champion I'm ready gap small I need flash or something okay I flash
It's going to be a B execute one way or another. They're already talking about the stun that they're going to be using in the back of the B site, but that is heavily reinforced by T1 right now.
And also look at Stax' positioning. This is already all being read by T1, and especially with that shot from Izu. I don't know how much RRQ can do despite the intention to go breaking back Hall. Buzz inside of smoke. Crazy guy gunned down, and now Izu again. It's just Monyet, the only one to have slipped past. T1 trying to locate him. Tries to give himself a bit more position. Will find Buzz. Tries to jiggle, but now with 50 seconds, is he gonna be able to stay alive long enough to play out the round? T1 just try to stay together as a 3-stack, but a single shoulder is all Izu needs.
Yeah, T1's just completely outplayed them there. They have read them post-timeout. Operator in the perfect position. B site with 3 players on there. Astra, Killjoy, and the quick rotation over from the Neon. RRQ never even had a chance of pulling off that B execute. Perfect movement from Buzz. Slips into the smoke to catch Crazy Guy and catches Cushy mid-ult, completely defenseless. 11 up for T1.
And I am sorry to say this, that might have been the whole map right there. Economy broken. Just Monyet onto the Bucky. And T1 trying to control every single portion. Every single lane on this Pearl. Sliding through. Hold on, the judge just completely prevents entry.
Oh man. Cushy very low on HP. There's no way he's making it through the double doors. Easy's picked Crazy Guy as well. This is not the game of Pearl that RRQ was hoping for. But at the end of the day, I mean, when you get ecoed, and this is coming from someone that's been knocked out of a tournament after winning both pistols and getting ecoed both second rounds.
Yeah, go on.
You've got no one else to blame.
Sucks to say, but sometimes the truth is harsh. They've tried multiple rounds. They've had some pretty good macro reads. But at times, it's just those plays. Buzz in and out of smokes. Munchkin on a heater of a map.
Oh yeah, he's been phenomenal. Which is interesting because I feel like he was kind of lacking a little bit during kickoff. He didn't have that same star power. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Continue. We're kind of jinxing T1.
Okay.
I want this map to go.
Yeah, I think Buzz is pretty washed. Meteor hasn't really done much this map. Should be an easy round for RRQ, right? Like, yep. Look, I tried my best, guys.
NT.
Point for T1. And they've looked phenomenal. But at the end of the day, I mean, we talk about the ecos in the second round, but also just picking a map that you know that T1 is phenomenal on into them. It indicates a certain level of confidence, but there's a fine line between confidence and, you know, stupidity. Or
yeah, wasn't there a Michael Scott quote? But yes. Either way, though, I mean, that was an eco. Kind of give them the benefit of the doubt, but yeah, look, safe to say, T1.
RRQ have put together some crazy comebacks in the past, especially on the attacking side, courtesy of Crazy Guy's calling. So 5 rounds in a row, it's not beyond the stretch of imagination. But with the amount of mistakes that they've been making, they're gonna have to clean things up a little bit.
Just keep an eye for this for now. It's Izu up towards B long. 3-stack, thanks to the info line on A site. T1 feel pretty comfortable and trusting in their setup.
เอ็กโฟโลน่าจะหลับยาววันนี้ หลับฝันดีราตรีสวัสดิ์กันเลยเอ็กโฟโล
So Cushy can break it with the shock. There it is.
Apply a little bit more pressure while the rest of the team tries to maybe go scouting for an A split. Shot fired off with Jemkin. Oh no, but now they're getting caught mid-slide. Stacks! And Meteor still undetected in the off angle. Will get spotted around the smokes. Does RRQ have the fight necessary? Do they have that dog in them? They try to get the spike down as well. And with more site pictures being confirmed, a couple more players from T1 starting to hit the ground. Still though, getting caught mid-reload. Buzz tries to get a little bit too ahead of himself. Just Izu. a monster in his own right. With an operator and possibly headhunter, will he be able to break the double stack? Deletes Jemkin, swaps to the shorty, pulls out the
โอ้โห
pistol.
หันทุกทางแล้วได้ลุ้น
Saves the day. RRQ will carry on
and get it done.
ป้าจับ
Just simplifying, dropping
Cool,
Jemkin off at A main, and then just going straight up art. Soberdrome confirms the trademark. They break the Sentinel util in the middle of the map. I have to say though, this is a round that's won by RRQ, where you have multiple players on T1 whiffing. Meteor probably could have got done more from Church there. And it still comes down to a 1v1. That's how dangerous Izu is on that chamber. So anything but as clean as he would have liked from RRQ. But it is a start. 4 more needed. Cosmic is there. Two of the force comes out from Izu. Look at the ults that T1 have, man. Cosmic and the lockdown is just a how to retake V on Pearl starter kit.
ไอ้เชี่ยไม่ไหวแล้ว
Yeah, you add this A main read with Stacks playing in position to that kit.
ท้องมาแชทเดี๋ยวมาแล้วกันนะ
I'm getting nervous.
จะจัดการไว้ถึงเกะทีวันรีบจบดิเร็วๆดิ
A little bit of pressure. Jemkin dropped off once again on one of the extremities, similar to the round previous. Fury and Cosmic in the back pocket for RRQ. So they've got a minute on the clock, and they're still kind of meandering around spawn.
อ้าวปิดกล้องอยู่เหรอโทษ
Feeling
ที
like T1 has taken that A main space, and they'd be correct about that. Stacks is over there
ปิด
and
เสียง
wants
ไว้
to
ไหม
get by the knife.
Take Stacks out, then you might have an open
เอางี้
door.
ไอ้ถ้าทีวันไม่จบผมก็ไม่ไปอ่ะนั่งปวดขี้อย่างเงี้ยแหละ
Do it as a team.
สุขภาพต้องมาที่หลัง
as well. No escape plan though. Now he gets eliminated. Just Izu
แตกทำอะไรก่อน
with a tour de
ป้อ
force
มให้
can
หนึ่ง
definitely slow and hamper things down. Thinking to re-peek as well, just around the edge of the smoke if he starts to hear a
ป้อมให้
spike
สอง
attack. Oh, trademark
Spike
contact.
down A.
Then just 3 left for RRQ. The lockdown instantly getting deployed. Monyet feels the pressure and wants to push through, but slowed down, tagged
But
by
Mon
the
ทุ่มเทมาก
re-gold even.
โอ้โหมอน
He
บ้า
does
จัด
find a headshot, however, but nonetheless.
Oh, no.
It's gonna be Xpharaoh.
เฮ้ยเดินไปดิสู้
Jemkin, you've got to go, man. Save your brethren. The spike getting defused,
Yep.
and he's been caught.
ไปเว้ย
Tucked behind the corner, but the spike.
2-0 แน่นอนดูดไม่ทันโดนจับอยู่พอหายจับปุ๊บก็มีคนมาบล็อกแล้ว GGมันไม่น้องบอกจบ F ปวดหัวแล้ว คนเกาหลีส่วนใหญ่เชียร์ทีมไหนกัน น่าจะT1เนี่ยแหละครับผม น่าจะแฟนบอยเยอะสุดแล้วหรือเปล่าอ้าวพี่บาสเล่นเซียสอยู่ใช่ๆๆ อุ้ยRRQ ใช้คอมโกงยังไม่เนิร์ฟน้องทินจันฉาสวัสดีครับ
more slow and steady for now.
RRQ very much expecting some aggression or some kind of info push somewhere and playing to potentially try to punish that. But after nothing happens in the early round, what is the mid to late round play and plan from RRQ? Trademark inside of Hookah here for T1. Guarding Light does confirm that someone is there, but it might be a bit of a false sense of security as Munchkin is not actually inside of Hookah. It's a high-low on the back of the B site.
ปล่อย A เข้า
RRQ to
retake
head over to A instead. Toxic screen supporting.
Buzz and Meteor both here with Sheriffs just looking for picks as RRQ trying to get into the site, but not really given any opportunities to do so.
I don't know how much stake I would put in Buzz with a Sheriff around the smokes, just trying to play around the spike plant, but feels like they're gonna have to give that up as well. A couple of shots tagging through against Xfero inside of showers.
Still a lot of great util here for RRQ. You've got the Saturate, Molotov, Relay Bolt, as well as a Guarding Light on Cushy. It's going to be a little bit of a challenging retake for T1 here.
They've lost the initiative. Smoke down once again as well. Just listening for the tap. Of course, you can't use util if you're getting shot down. Saturate already spent, refracted into the open. Buzz, free kill.
เป็นเรื่องเลยนะ
Hang on. What is this? Backside, A short. RQ is not shooting.
รอรีเลโบ
And just blocked out by smokes as well. It's going to be the post plant utility to try to buy a bit more time on Yet. Does he have it? He does! Triple kill saves the round. RRQ with pistol once again.
I thought they'd fumbled the bag on that pistol. I'm not going to lie. The Brim Molotov was used very early on, and T1 hadn't even tapped the spike yet. Then they get a couple of kills coming back in on this retake. Jemka gets nothing done from bathrooms. That's a bit of sloppy movement through the side of the wall. Those are just free kills. But it's Monya and Crazy Guy as the wall drops that dive out together. And it's like T1 was shooting at them with like water pistols or something, you know? It's like watching Mika Fabs get assaulted on the desk again. By us, of course, the analyst with the water pistols.
Hopefully no more water pistols for the remainder as headhunters come into the fray. A big tag against Cushy, but Armor will soak that up. Now RRQ back to just holding default, not really seeing too much double hookah set.
แต่บอกเลยทีวันไอ้คอม RRQ แม่งยังเป็นคอมที่โหดที่สุดอะในเมตาเก่าอะต้องดูว่าคุกมาได้เหมือนลิควิดเปล่า สุดๆแล้วคอมนี้
Rest of RRQ creeping up and looking to just try to push down A with that Viper wall in tandem, but he's found a little bit of a gap here. Walking down the middle of the map with Munchkin and looking for a flank.
ไม่ไหวครับน้องซูฮะ
Slight through timing as well, and he's going to find the first headshot, but instantly replied by Munchkin. Go time for RRQ into A side, but Buzz is still snaking around with
Oi!
Bucky. It's gonna be Meteor.
Ow!
Mentioned the
my
Smink, and the Viper is the one that comes up with 2. Picked up onto the Spectre as well. Spike retrieved, instant call for RRQ to rotate over onto
เอ๊ะ
B.
มาไม่ทันสินะ
Yeah, wall goes down. Munchkin's in the pole position to kind of stop this one.
Oh no.
Needs to
เฮ้ย
get
จี
clear
จี
here.
ปะเนี่ย
Oh, you've got to, but he goes down. It's
โดนอีกแล้วเหรอ
left. And this Vandal absolutely robbed away. T1 again. This has happened 3 times now.
It's just pure tilt territory as RRQ here. There's no other way to put it. You've been ecoed 3 times in a row in this series. I don't know if you can recover from that. I gotta be honest. I know we're 2 rounds into this game, but there's not many more tilting things than what's just happened here. That is phenomenal pre-fire from Munchkin. He is on one today.
You can definitely tell.
เชียร์ที่กายถอนหายใจแล้วพี่
จะ
They
ทุบ
even
แน่
took their
ถ้า
time
โค้ง
in
เนี่ย
that round, but they still
ต้อง
found
มี
the
1
same
ทุบ
result. Unfortunate. Now with the flashes getting eaten up. RRQ with all pistols, a couple of Buckies, in fact.
Yeah.
Just looking to storm the front team.
I mean, it's Monya and Jebkin that have to get something done here if RRQ want to cause a little bit of an upset. Stim goes in, as do the smokes, as Jebkin dives up onto the top of truck. But no one there to find him, so he's forced to refract away.
3 ครั้งเลยนะ
ไปตก
เป็นไปได้ไงวะ
That's unfortunately where Cushy goes down as well. Clear sign for T1 to try to set
แล้ว
up.
ปืนตก
Not
Oh,
too bad for
wait,
him
what the
from
fuck?
Yet, though, but that outlaw was always going to be a menace as Izu moves up to 3-fold. Buzz to finish, supported by Trailblazer.
Really, really
มัน
good
ไม่
stuff
เก็บ
for
ปืน
T1.
ด้วยมันเล่นลูกซ
4
อง
guns kept over to continue on in this
Yeah,
half.
the best
Outlaw's
gun.
still in play. Buzz is going to buy himself a shotgun to min-max the money. It's a dangerous looking bonus for RRQ to consider as they head into their first gun round in round number 3.
อย่างกันเลยเหรออิสุ
Been a pretty slow, measured attacking side thus far on the pistol and then to the anti-eco as well. But they might go a little faster this round. Let's have a listen in and see what they've got planned.
Go left, guys. Viper B. Sky flash B bang. Maybe Viper chamber B. I'm ready to duck, call it west. Oh, aja. Am aja. Gimana? Viper. I'm gonna flash. I win the...
Yeah, Snake butted off the line there. Good defense of Hookah from Meteor, and he's going to stick around for more
Ah,
here.
pero-
Pushed away though. Doesn't win that exchange. But still alive to get healed up by Stacks inside of Garden, and that will mean that they can still lend the Viper wall outside of bathrooms to the rest of the team.
It's just still so incredibly oppressive. Forces RQ into A short where Izu has the operator now.
เอามา 1 ครับ
Just
Liam
trying
นี้
to time it right. Manya trying to
เกือบ
play
ได้
tricky,
2
but still
เอามาเคาน์เตอร์วอลไวเปอร์พอดี
boom
สู
goes
ตร
the
นี้
dynamite back across with Buzz and everyone to begin the rotations over.
Yeah, RQ anticipating some more aggression here. Stacks is still in play with a guiding light in tow. Kushi finally getting that spike down, but it's a 4-on-5 for RRQ. They're somewhat surrounded here.
เฮ้ยขาโผล่ขาบัดโผล่นะครับอ่ะ
Crazy guy
If I'm
possibly
keeping
taking
it, I'm not.
control over Bats. Buzz turns around, however, but also wants to push up in towards short. So while most players might be corralled around, Crazy guy might be able to save it.
Whoa!
No, all 3 getting
Oh
shot
my
down.
God.
Izu
Oh
marks
my
Bats.
God.
RQ
โดนหมด
try and try,
โดน
but
ทุกนัด
again
ใน
to
สโมก
no avail.
Kind of getting destroyed. Monyat's been the standout on this map, and he was off before the round even got started. Tried to jiggle the line as best he could, but Izu still finds him before RRQ goes for that
เห็นอะไร
A
ก่อน
execute.
จังหวะนี้
บัตรมันแฮก
Lose a lot of that playmaking potential once he goes down, especially in the post plant. Like you see the guiding light coming out of U-Haul with multiple players diving out with it, but it's a lot less scary when you've got a waylay brimstone coming out of the smoke than a neon that can kind of fast lane and cause a little bit of havoc
หรือ
there.
เขาติดไอ้นี่กันเหรอไอ้ที่ช่วยหาย
Now
ใจ
enough
กัน
for
ตรงจมูก
RRQ.
นักไม่กันฟุตบอลอ่ะ
มันน่าจะจมูกตันไงปะนั่งในนั้นอะอากาศด้วยมั้ง
เมื่อวานใครเดินขึ้นไปสัมภาษณ์ถือพัดลมตัวเล็กๆไปด้วย แต่หอนี่พี่ไปหลายทีมันก็ดูโปร่งอยู่นะ
อืม
มาโกรธถือพัดลมไปสัมภาษณ์ใช่ไหม
Big economy built up for T1. Got the ult out for Izu. He's getting close to a tour de force. Once they run out of the finances, that's where the ults start to get mixed in as well. RRQ, they've got a lot of work to do. Wall getting put up, trying to wait for some kind of a response for a T1 who's just playing fully retake on the A site. Probably see them just drop the Trailblazer straight through bathrooms and retake through that side of the map. Meteor looking for a pick. Not able to find it, so RRQ given the site. Just go through bathrooms to complete the retake from small side. Interesting.
All right, well, at least they're close to ults, so even without the additional Bats angle, they might be able to scrounge up something here. Relay bolts and more utility spent forces out Monyet's overdrive as well. So
ถ้าไม่มีสโตเลตเมื่อกี้เรียบร้อย
delay the retake a little bit further, wait out the overdrive to burn out. Op shot fired as a slight warning. Then suddenly the flash and slide buzz in along with Munchkin. That's Orbital. Sent over onto Lamps. Monyet flushed out of position. No response. The rest of the team all straggling back and forth. One back into Lamps. Perhaps looking for post-plant util, but no angle. And now it's just Cushy onto the Stinger. One kill,
วันเข้มจั
but
งนะ
nothing else.
คนละรุ่นเลย
Too easy for T1.
คนละรุ่นเฉย
Every retake going so well
จัง
for
หวะ
them.
แต่สกิลรีเทคเอ
Very
แบบ
patient with the way they're constructing them as
กินไป
well.
จริง
You see the utility invested, like the fast lane and Buzz diving up inside of that with the guiding light. Baits out a whole bunch of utility from RRQ in the post plant before they actually go in together. And with Munchkin getting that kill, as you mentioned, the orbital able to deal with the U-Haul control, which is usually the kind of annoying position to retake on that defense. You don't want to go anywhere near that when the other team is on a hard fight.
RQ อาจต้องการ
Not
ความ
a
เปลี่ยน
single
แปลง
mistake
ไม่
being
นะ
made by T1 today.
พี่ว่า RQ เนี่ยต้องการเจมคิม5 คนอะ
A+ on the report card.
5 คนเลย
Are
คน
combined back up, however.
Oh my
Sky
god.
Trying to head back over into Hookah, clearing out with as much util as possible.
Yeah, sky smoke from the attackers.
What?
It's unlucky. Spammed down to 50 already. Cushy will probably have to heal him up. Got the Seekers and the Orbital.
คอมนี้มันต้อง
And it's not too late to start getting
คุก
going on
เย
this
อะพอสม
attacking
ควร
side,
ครับ
but you're going to have to win so many
แต่ทีวัน
counteracts
ก็
back
ไหว
to back
ตัว
to
ไวอยู่
crack
นะ
down on
แต่
this
ว่า
T1 economy.
มันแอดโยรู้อะ
See if this first step over onto B
ก็
gives
ให้ไอสูเล่นแชมเบอร์ไงมันไม่ได้ต่างจากโยรู้มากอะ
position.
เรื่องมุมเรื่องเหลี่ยมอะเล่นเหมือนเดิมเลย
Will rendezvous out. The Seekers being spent as well.
Okay,
Snacks. Have to watch out around the smokes.
Plan goes down nice and easy for RRQ. They do have the orbital in the post plant. They're starting to make moves towards elbow. Izu's hanging around here though.
And it's gonna fire off more shots. Re-peek as well. RQ still trying to
โอ้
push
ดู
the issue,
จังหวะ
especially
บัต
with
แบบ
Pip going out from
รี
spawn
เลย์โบ
side.
ส
Buzz making use of it
รีเทค
alongside
โคตรเฉียบ
Stacks. The duo as healthy as ever. Look at Munchkin clearing out over to the top of Hookah as well. RRQ, however, has other intentions.
ต้องรีบ
Heavy
นะ
ordnance
เรียก
always
อันติ
in mind, and there it gets deployed. Despite getting
Oi.
it halfway, Crazy Guy will unfortunately deny Izu, and Xpero comes up with quick threefold.
Oh, wow.
Munchkin, nice attempts, but the Sentinel and Controller for RRQ will put the round on the board.
Yeah, very nicely done from Xpero. That's his first 4 kills of the game. It's an interesting retake plan for T1. They Vipers pit out their own spawn to clear some of those close angles and then kind of use that as a launching pad to retake the site. You see the guiding light straight through. Doesn't end up working though. See that RRQ win that elbow exchange, push Izu away without losing a pick, and then once you put Xpero in a post plant, you know he's good to convert it.
Either way, nice recovery. But now Izu comes in with tour de force. We'll eat the Trailblazer for now. Backs off. It's a 3-stack on the other side. RQ still trying to force the issue. They're trying to pick up the pace, but it all absolutely gets halted by just Meteor crashing into them. crazy guy
ด่านบายRRQ ไม่เก่งเหรอ
has
วะ
to take the angle if he is to retrieve the spike, but now it's a high-low. Look at the sidestep, the movement as well.
อ๋อนะครับคำว่าโคเรียนสเลเยอร์
For
หมด
any
ยุค
of the RRQ players as they all get deleted.
I mean, Meteor, he might have been missing on the first map, but he doesn't go missing for long usually.
ย้ำไม่ได้
That's
ว่ะ
just an individual play from the man on garden side.
RRQ บอกติดใจ
Completely shuts down
จุด
RRQ's
บอดจุด
offense.
อ่อนแล้ววะบีโบ
And this is just
ย้ำอีกที
failure to trade. 3 players swinging out on him.
ลูพีเข้ามาแก้
Not much util behind it.
เกือบเอ็ด
Need to be snappier. You can tell that it's starting to get to RRQ a little bit.
แต่ไม่ได้กันขนาดนั้นเลย
Next attempt.
Blinded.
And it's going to be Stinger, Sheriffs. This time into Hookah. Once again, Meteor will look to greet them, but fully blinded. It's the deck. It's now Munchkin. Oh, and Buzz, and they're just going at it at the firing range.
It's way too easy. Buzz tapping away there. Izu's already quick on the flank. Only 2 players left up for RRQ, and Jemka drops the spike in market.
Spike down B.
Sphero, bandit in hand. Had a pretty standout round in the previous. He's pretty clutch. Close range there. Brings up Izu relatively quickly, and that's going to bait the rotation back towards the A side of the map. But Xfero's actually read this quite well so far. Does have the pit in the back pocket. So if he gets himself into an afterplant with the pit down, there's maybe some potential there. Does have a snake bite as well, which can melt somebody inside of a pit.
You would have to run over quick. There are potential rifles to pick up over in Hookah as well.
2 guiding lights and a seekers for stacks, so that can really help with kind of the process of elimination. The Vandal is not what you were looking for, though, especially if you throw the pit down here. You're not going to have the advantages of the traces not being shown.
Either way, he's going to try. Pit down, and maybe to play around angles into halls. No, just play it safe. The Seeker, though, and that might be his undoing. Flash supporting as well. He's trying to dodge it, but okay.
Yeah.
Instantly hit by relay bolt, more bullets.
It's a very hard retake to be converting, like a clutch even with the pit down there.
พวกเราเข้าไปแล้วสำหรับการกันของทีวัน
and then you just dump guiding light relay bolt on his head, and there's not much Xferro can do there.
กันยับหมา
Nice attempt. But T1 are just making 0 mistakes right now. Even Meteor going down inside a hookah there doesn't really matter when you have 2-3 players still on this B side of the map ready to deal with things, and Izu's got a quick deep info line on the chamber. Have not missed a beat all day long.
ชิบะ
And always was kind of that half-buy as well, eco rounds. But we'll move on. With guns coming back in, Jemkin on convergence.
เรียกได้ว่าจบไวครับผู้สองมาเร็ว
Izu back on the operator once again.
ตอนนี้มอนเปลี่ยนเป้าไปเรื่อยแล้วตอนนี้สูญเสียความมั่นใจ
ที่ฟลู
RRQ have had very few of so far in this game. Munchkin looking to take any
เฮ้
overlay
ย
on those
รีโหลด
swings out of the smoke.
ไม่
Izu
ค
on
ว
the
รหน้า
other side
นี้
of the map. It was a brief
ได้หนึ่งเรา
moment
ไม่
of
หยุดติดใจ
reprieve.
นึกว่าเขาดัน
About 5 seconds you were feeling good for RRQ, and it immediately fades away.
You just start to feel good. You managed to throw one punch.
ยังไง
back
อ้าว
against
เฮ้ยไปไหน
your
อะ
opponent, but
พี่โจ
suddenly they come again back at you with
ทำก่อน
more. No answer once more, but RRQ trying their darndest into A site. It's Trailblazer might have spotted Izu. Buzz, however, just continues to try
เฮ้ยบัส
throw this.
อุ้ยโอ้โห ให้อภัยให้อภัย
Relay, it still finds the flick.
บัส
In he slides and slides.
พลาดช็อตแรกไม่เป็นไรครับ
I've never
ช็อต
seen
แรกมัน
Jemkin
ตัวมันบุ๊บ
down
บัฟ
out
เข้าใจ
like
ได้
this
เอ
before.
อ
He's
เจอ
having a
ช็อต
rough
2
game.
ช็อต 3 นี่ให้อภัยเลย
Waylay on the attacking side can be a tough proposition. In fact, Buzz has been a player that's had some pretty rough games starting out on the attacking side with exactly that agent, but no issues on the Neon at all. What a flick onto Monyet there. I think a second before he gets hit by that relay bolt, and if not, that's the most cosmetic stun I've ever seen. Cleans up Jemkin for good measure. RRQ back on an eco again.
เราจะมองไปที่คู่ต่อไปเลยครับ
เกมคิมเนียนจัด
ไม่มีแล้วครับ
Judge, Stinger, Bulldog, okay. You clear out Hookah, you try to flash yourself in the sight, maybe?
Yeah, Izu is omnipresent though. It was Meteor here before, and he didn't have any way to get out, but
Nah,
on
có
the
vô lưới
chamber,
kìa. จริง
See the quick mouse
ไอ
one
สูเล่น
rendezvous.
แชมเบอร์วันนี้
Oh my god.
2 แมปเลย
Outside of the map, Buzz has found a pick onto Xfero, trying to lurk out of baths or up short perhaps. Things just go bad to worse for RRQ.
T1, easy.
แม่งสเต็ปอัพจัดอะไอสูอะ
They're really good at the moment. They're in fantastic form.
That's absolutely right. Form.
โอ้โห
ผมมองว่าคิวเล่นแบบเดิมมากกว่ามันก็เลยแบบเหมือนไม่พอเมตามันเปลี่ยนปุ๊บมันเลยไม่ได้ปรับตัวไม่ได้
เฮ้ย
Position
Yeah.
afterwards be long, but okay. Pushy. Tries to buy the rotations over for his team onto B
เฮ้ย
side. T1 starting to bite.
Opportunity found. Easy spotted out, creeping out towards the other side of the map though. RRQ
ปรับ
in
ตัวไม่ทัน
crazy
นะไอ
mode.
คิว
As well as Jemkin. Buzz in that
30
pivot
seconds
position
left.
in
Boom.
the bathroom side.
ครับบอก
Just
ผมรออยู่แล้ว
not someone that you could deal with.
Spike planted.
Not right now.
2 ต่อ 4
Shots
ไม่น่า
right
มี
off
ปัญ
in the
หา
smoke as well. Crazy guy trying to play around it.
สัปดาห์หน้า
ใกล้เลยเป็นไลน์อัพ
Hang
แล้ว
onto his Molly, if anything.
เนี่ยแล้วเดี๋ยวสัปดาห์หน้าไอคิวเล่น
Also
ด่าน
a
บา
little
ย
bit early as well.
มีปัญหาอีก
Just Jemkin into the
เป
offense.
เร
Judge.
ไม่ได้ละ
We'll see if he's able to
อ้าวมันรีบ
play
ยิง
up
ไฟ
forward,
ยัง
but
One enemy remaining.
T1, they're toying with their food now. They're hopping all over the spike, baiting out the peaks and reactions. Crazy guy will be the first to fall, and just Jemkin flying wildly across your screen, but ultimately to no effect.
คู่นี้มีอยู่แล้วนี่
It's
กู
been
แต
a
ก
dominant first 10 rounds of Pine here. A singular gun round for RRQ and a pistol, and that's it. Dear God.
อีสุ
T1
มัน
are
โค
just
ตร
on
ชิว
another level right now. Can't even blame, Xfero or Monyet for trying to make some plays. Monyet a little bit more coordinated than the Viper lurk through the
เจสซี่กาย
wall.
บอกว่า
The individuals are just trying to get something
ไอ้
going on the
สเต
side
จ
of
หนึ่งมันจัดเพย์ออฟ
RRQ.
ป่ะดิไอเพย์ออฟมันจัดที่นี่ดิบ้านเกิดตัวเองเลยไม่ค่อยอยาก
ไม่
ก
อ
ลั
ยาก
บบ้าน
ไป
เท่าไหร่
ว่าแล้ว
Quiet or people are because of how the game is going. Really, you just need a round win. You really need a good call to win a round and start to restore a little bit of belief for the team. So we'll see what they can come up with. Hit goes down on short. And these are the small little snags that if you're not considering them or you have a certain kind of game plan when you go into the timeout itself,
Here.
now
But
everything that you
เป็น
talked
แล้วครับบัต
about
เป็น
is
เดี๋ยวนี้แล้ว
a little bit more of a moot
สังเกต
point.
เวลา
This
รี
is
เทค
where
เวลา
Crazy
สไลด์
Guy
มา
will
ทำ
once
แบบ
again have to mid-round you out of a
ทำ
tough
มาลาย
situation.
เดินลายสไลด์แบบเป๊ะจัด
Still, if you can find at least a bit of a morale boost towards the end of the first half, that is some hope
Ready.
All
for
spotted
the
on
remainder of the map.
bathroom side. I think you probably would have wanted that to be the one way for T1.
I've
Seen
got
that all
your
before.
trail.
Out comes the Seekers though. They're very much trying to flush Meteor out of the pit here.
They will. He's backed in towards lap sport now, but quick reaction with the orbital as well from Munchkin.
Yeah, they're going to turn tail, head back towards Xfero, who's making his way over towards Hookah. You've still got garden control as Izu inside of the pit.
It's
Meteor
been.
and Buzz have taken all of that space, and I think Buzz is going to get on for a quick flank here.
Especially if he hears the footsteps as well.
Oh,
Turning
this
back
is...
it around. It's Jemkin to
30
try to
seconds left.
keep his eye on the angle. Turns around. Oh, Buzz
Hmm?
hasn't
Ui.
seen him. Izu finds
Low.
first contact
บ้า
and
Aku daun
creates
buah,
RRQ
nak dia.
with a lovely
Ba
how do
chặt.
you do. Buzz calls it to his team. He knows he has their back, but it might not even
Để
matter.
không
Oh,
mà.
the off
Để
angle
thằng
being
Tư.
held. Izu again. Absolute and utter destruction from T1.
That's a death sentence. Post timeout.
ทีนี้เจแปนเซเลเยอร์
Unable
คือ
to
ฟูล
deal
เซน
with
ครับ
the pit, And T1 completely
เตะ
outplays
จะยิง
you.
แต่ญี่ปุ่นเนี่ยมัน
Izu
จัด
gets the opening pick on Monya for the second or third time this half. You lose your neon entry. Buzz is quick on the flank. You've got a fully stacked B site. Reactive utility deployed before they can even get out of hookah or
นี่แชมเบอ
garden.
ร์มันเล่นคอมโบนี้ได้เนี่ยมาเชลยิงนั้นแล้วปักเฮทันเตอร์ยิงต่อ
ได้ได้
Potentially been used later on there.
Oh no.
Last round of the half.
ถ้าไวพอ
RRQ.
นะ
Izu once again on the line.
And here's a lot. And he's looking for Monyet as
Yeah.
well. It doesn't even matter because
Ooh.
Buzz is right around a corner. You've got Rendezvous being popped as well, but Monyet onto
ดู
overdrive.
สูตรเล่นแชมเบอร์วันนี้อยากกดแชมเบอร์หรอวะ
ไม่ไง
Spots out the target, but gunned down by the operator in play. Xparrow's turn as he heads on for the
Hey,
exchange. Spins back on
พี่ชาย
time.
ลั่น
Might just have found RRQ's footing.
TP back towards the other side of the side. Xparrow still in play here as the guiding light goes up over the
Ủa,
top.
không
He
làm
slips
được.
into Munchkin's smoke. In the meantime, RRQ have got all of this space on B. Plant goes down
แต่
for
เจม
Kushi.
จิมต้องไม่เล่นตัวโมง
And crazy guy to support. Quick activation from
จิมกินไปแชมเบอร์อย่างเงี้ยเหรอ
It's toward the
จริง
force. He's looking
เจมจิมแบบ
downfield.
เนี่ยคอมนี้เล่นแชมเบอร์
Slow moments in
ดู
time.
ดีกว่า
Crazy guy backs himself into an off
แบบ
angle
ปรับ
round
ตัวเหมือน
elbow.
ทีวันอ่ะ
Just trying
วัน
to
ก่อย
walk
เด
for
มอน
the
วัน
spike.
ลั่นจัดเลยนี่หว่า
Xparrow's still across the map
Ôi.
though. So if everything goes south
ใน
on
สุดมัน
B,
ก็เอาเดมอนวันไป
things
เล่น
could
แชมเบอ
be
ร์พี่
ตัว
devastating.
ที่ใช่
Teleporter being put in now.
Ui.
And it's Izu who marks the angle.
ต้องเอาครึ่ง
Shot
รู้ว่าตัวนี้
confirmed.
มาช้า
Just Xparrow left. He marches up long and spots his target. Hostile down. We've got 3-9, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, Xparrow has just won them that round outright. It was only 3 kills, but every single one of them so
เจม
much
จิมอาจจะไม่
impact.
ถูกกระดานบายนะ
It's a round
ตอ
where
นนี้อาจจะคิด
RRQ
ถึง
is
ส
just
มัย
down and
แข่งอาเซน
out.
ชั่นแรก
Monya at least gets one before he gets cleaned up on the backside of the site, but Xparrow from triple, 2 kills, able to stay alive. The pivot across back from RRQ. You could tell the pressure's getting to them because if Crazy Guy was the one to plant the spike there, they would have had an orbital in the post plant, but instead it's Kushi to plant for nothing, and then Crazy
แต่
Guy
ตอนนี้
feels the need
เกาหลี
to
ฟ
push
อร์ม
and
ดี
get
ทุกทีมเลย
punished.
ยกเว้นหนองชิม
ของชิมพอได้แชมป์แล้วเหมือนแบบเครื่องดับ
ตามเมตาไม่ทันน่ะหนองชิมมันน่ะแต่ฟานซิสพอมันเปลี่ยนโลมมันก็ยังยิงเยอะอยู่นะแต่ฟอร์มทีมมันไม่ดีเหมื
มั
อน น
เล่น
แดมบี
ได้ไม่เหมือนเดิมพี่
แดมบี
ไม่
ไม่
มี
มี
โย
ค
รุ
น
อะ
แบบปกติแดมบีเข้าไปในไซส์ใช่ไหมมันมีเพื่อนมีใครมาซับมีฟานซิสเข้าไปด้วยใช่ไหม
มันเหมือนไม่มีคนช่วยแดมบี้ป่ะ
แดมบีเข้าไปในไซส์คนเดียวมันก็ไม่ได้แบบ ไม่ได้น่ากลัวเหมือนแพทก่อนอ่ะ คือแพทก่อนมันนีออนมันพุ่งเข้าไปมันปั่นป่วนแล้วมันก็มีเพื่อนแบบเข้ามามั่วมันนัวไปหมดเลยแล้วพวก
คือ
นั้นมัน
ภาพ
เร็ว
หนองชิมตอนที่ยังไม่เล่นโยรุกลับมาเลย
ใช่
ตอนที่ฟานซิสยังเป็นตัวเก่าอยู่
ใช่เลย
Piloting it as a solo duelist.
วาเรลก็ถือว่าเป็นเกาหลีนะผมพูดเล่นเกาหลี
ผมว่าเร็วโหดอยู่
โหด
ลองเก็บประสบการณ์
I mean, he's
วาเรลก็เหมือนหนองชิมตอนขึ้นมาปีแรก
big reasons why T1 has been finding these thrifty ecos today. And now onto the attack. He might be the one to launch the assault over onto B. Molly drawn out.
Yeah, all picked up by Meteor. They're thinking about pivoting back towards Izu, who's hanging around on the backside of bathrooms.
แต่พอเมทิโอย้ายมาอยู่ทีวันดูเหมือนพี่ชายไม่ต้องแบกคนเดียวแล้วไม่ต้องแบกหลังหักผมไว้ก่อน
And Monyet's done very well to clean out the lurk.
โดนจับกุมครับตัวเลื้อย
Actually back over in a hookah.
หรือฟอร์มดรอปก็ไม่รู้
Let's see what T1 are going to get
ก็
done
ดรอป
here.
ด้วยส่วนหนึ่ง
Maybe
แล้ว
wait
ก็
ผม
บ
รู้
ท
สึก
บา
ว่า
ท
เมทิโอ
Try
ตอนอยู่
to
เจน
find
จี
anything on the
โคตร
side
เก่
of
ง
the map before they commit to B.
Definitely trying to slice the pie for now. Xparrow still jiggling.
นั่น
We'll
นี่
confirm. Has Snakebite to try and delay and stall as much as
เฮ้ย
possible.
โอ้ย
Sentry as well. Smoke.
จ่ายหนัก
แค่เห็น
จัง
แค่เห็น
T1
แค่เห็นข่าวก็มาครับ3สกิล
You got less util for the retake.
30 วิไปแล้ว
T1 is
นะ
happy with this result.
Everywhere they go, they're getting pushed away by
ก็แต่
utility.
T1 ไป
But
แลกปื
look,
นพ
they
ก
could still make their way into this A site. Deep smoke on spawn side has created some space for them.
Just push a little bit deeper through, especially supported by
ทำไม
the
เหมือน
flash.
สโมก
Now
ไม่
it's
ดีเลยวะ
Buzz. Close range. Jemkin,
Ni
does he
à?
have it? Finds the first. And that
Hả?
could be enough, but suddenly
Ni
it
à?
stacks Munchkin.
Một cái
Izu!
lên.
Monyet just goes wildly b-hopping across outside of paths, and Cushy trying to find the trade
หมดครับ
necessary, but
คลิกขวา
Munchkin
กด
never bothered, unbent,
คลิก
unbowed,
ขวาคลาสสิกwhat the fuck
unbroken.
And that's the first pistol that T1 wins this series. That's the crazy part about it. Okay, they were 4v5, completely
เจอว่าฟูเซนเจอเป
out-rotated.
เปอร์เล็กตอนนี้เป็นไง
Jump,
They
I
lose,
mean,
man.
Jemka makes that a 5
สมองไม่ดีจริงว่ะเห็นไหม
What is that
มีรู
smoke from Munchkin?
That just took
That
me out.
smoke's got a massive gap in it.
กินบอกว่าจังหวะขับขันครับรีบ
Nothing matters.
กินบอก
man.
กำลังวิ่งมา iPad ไม่นิ่งเมื่อกี้กดลงไป
Oh, what a map, what a game, what a series to be achieving that career milestone. But still now it's going to be an attempt from RRQ, the Force, Stingers, Bandits and
เต็ม
Sheriffs.
กินคิดถึงเวลาเก่าๆครับ สมัยเล่นบายที่โดนมาเท่าไหร่นะ
There's
0-12
no escape plan. It really is just
โอ้
to live
14
headshots or you
เล
are
น่า
dead.
เนี่ยใช่
Okay,
คิดถึงเวลา
first
เดิม
one's good. Not a better second. It's going
คิด
to
ถึ
be
งเวลาดีๆที่เคยมี
Guardian.
ด่านบายตอนนี้ใครเก่ง
Back
บ้าง
up
วะ
by
พี่
Stacks. Trailblazer
by
through the
Let's
middle of
figure.
the map allows Monyet to get a little bit closer on the flank and does deal with the trademark to make T1 concerned that RRQ could be pushing down the middle of the map. He's going to go back and
ไล่ดู
re-clear all of that space as the
แต่
smoke's
ดู
coming
ที
through
วัน
the
นี้ก็ดี
A
นะ
site and the Trailblazer will clear out all of these close angles.
ฝั่งรับเล่นดี
It's always that ebb and flow, the push and pull. But T1 feels ahead of that game right now as
เร็
they
วเครื่องเซ็น
stream
เอเวเนต
slowly
โอ้
but surely
เอเวเนตน่าจะฟิลเทน
around
ละ
their smokes.
เกลียดเล่นละ
Could get a double TP in from RRQ. T1 is very much taking their time here. They
คน
know
ชอบ
that
ล้อ
Europe
เรื่อง
is
เอมมัน
dirty.
เนี่ย
Just
แต่มัน
doing well to avoid it. Check other corners.
แต่ถ้าเทียบ
Oh, no.
เอเวเนตกับพี่โบ๊ทนี่แม่ง
And that's more guns being
คนละ
robbed
ฟิลกันเลย
away
นะ
by a force that wasn't strong to begin
เพราะ
with.
พี่โบ๊ทบาง
Back
เกม
out
ยัง
from
มี
the teleport,
ให้เถียงอยู่
however,
นะไฟ
and
พาวเวอร์
trying to go in fast.
พี่
Monyet
โบ๊ทมัน
with
ก็
the
ไม่แบบว่า
judge
ไม่ได้เอม
really
แบบว่า
confirms
สู้
more
ไม่ได้
kills.
ก็ยังได้ยิง
Now
ได้
it's
แร
down
ง
to
มัน
Stacks and Izu. They've got some position, some angles, but do they have the shot? In for a crouch
เอาละ
peek.
ได้
But
เล่นได้เล่น
suddenly RRQ has come
ได้เล่น
alive.
Hey, if you're not going to win the pistol, you better win the second round.
เขา
They have
เป็นอะไรกัน
turned
เนี่ย
the tables back on
Cool
the
นี่
T1. It's been happening to them all day long.
ได้พิสตอล
Invested
เสีย
a lot of money in
อี
the
โค
second round to get it done, but that is a very big step in the right direction. T1 very patient in that round. Did catch Crazy Guy unawares, but it's the TP play, and Monyet, who I actually believe picks up Buzz's judge from
Yeah, yeah.
bathrooms there, and use it against
เอเทล่าหายไปไหนแล้วเดี๋ยวเอกเอาออกไปยัง
ไปแล้ว
พี่เอฟครับเมาส์โพลิงเรท 1K 2K มีผลเยอะการยิงไหมพี่ตอบไม่ได้ว่าการยิงมีผลเยอะไหมแต่ว่ามันเปลี่ยนอ่ะมันเปลี่ยน
Surely not another
จะพูดไงดีอะ
Jemkin this time.
เวลาเราเล่น
Shut
โพลิง
down
เรท
all
4,000อ่ะความรู้สึกเราจะเหมือนเล่นเมาส์ช้าลงครับ
Going awry.
แต่ว่าเราจะยิงดีขึ้นไหมมัน
getting rid of
ขึ้น
the
อยู่
Neo
ว่า
with
เรา
the
ถนัด
buff.
หรือเปล่า
He's a big
แต่สำหรับพี่ตอนเปลี่ยนไปพี่รู้สึกว่า อืม
big risk factor that you
มัน
don't
ทำ
have to
ให้
worry
เรา
about
โฟ
anymore.
กัส
The
ได้
rest
ดี
of the
ขึ้น
T1
นะ
is still
แต่ว่า
progressing towards
แบตมันหมดไวครับ
RRQ. It's doing all the normal sensible things you want to see. Smokes to
แล้ว
keep
ลำพัง
the
พี่เล่น
attacks at arm's length. They got
0.1,600 อยู่แล้ว
reactive
มันเลย
utility
ช้า
ready.
ชิบหายนะ
The relay
0.1
portal is saturated
2
on bathroom side. Not going to be used.
0.1
Just going to give T1 the side.
1,600 เล่นไม่ไหวแม่งแผ่นลงเมาส์ไม่พอ
ช้าไป
Not much you can do around the utility for
เล่น
now.
0.125 1,600 อยู่ตอนนี้
Just want to wait for
แต่อยากเล่น
the rotations to
4,000 เฮิร์ต
come
นะ
in and play a 5 on
4,000
4 here.
เฮิร์ตกับ
and Molotov
เนี่ยน้อง
don't
มาถามว่าอัน
delay
ต่างกั
the
นไหม
plan
ถ้า
for
จะ
long
ยิง
enough. There's the
ผ
Trailblazer
มมองว่า
from the
4,000 เฮิร์ตมัน
attackers.
ทำให้เหมือนเราโฟกัสได้ดีขึ้น แต่ว่าแบตหมดไว
Stacks.
จะยิงดีขึ้นมาแล้วแต่ถนัด
Figure out it will get spotted out.
ถ้าใช้แล้วคล่องก็ถือว่าดีนะ
ถ้าใช้แล้วคล่องมันดีกว่านิ่งกว่า
รู้สึกว่านิ่งเป้ามันทำให้เป้าเราแบบนิ่งขึ้นอ่ะ
More kills, more alt points, and more rounds for RRQ.
It's a slow
ลอง
game
ดู
for
ครับ
Jemka,
ลองดู
but he's
เมาส์
starting to get himself warmed up on the defensive
4,000
side,
เฮิร์ต
and
มัน
this could be the very, very
แรกๆ
dangerous
อะเออ
part of
อยู่
the
นะ
map.
ไปใช้
Where
ตอนนานๆรู้สึกว่าแบบเมาส์มันแบตหมด
the
ไว
Jemkin an operator or get him
ก็
on
เริ่
the
มจะ
front
ปรับ
foot
กลับ
with
มา
a rifle or something like that, and that's where he can actually start to cause T1 some problems, even if he hasn't been able to do so on the attacking side. First gun round here
บั
for
ตรไม่โอเค
T1.
ครับ
Have the bonus
บัตรบอก
from
แม่งเฮ้ย
RRQ.
เป็นแมนอยู่ไหนวะ
Still kind of getting themselves
ไม่รู้จะลงกับใครตอนนี้
right now. They're going to play both of the duelists towards A. Let's have a listen into RRQ
Did man
and
you
see
know?
how they deal with T1's first gun round.
One bilang, one bilang. They fiber smoke bilang also. Oh, they wanna insert the fiber like pistol, I think, guys.
Come shower check.
I smoke, okay?
Shower check.
I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I one way shot. I one way shot. Get right side chest.
ยังอยู่กูอีก
Jemkin's got that bathroom line and he's got Mon yet to hold short for him.
เอาไว้
So
แซว
he's
เนี่ย
feeling
แหละ
very comfortable
ดี
over on that A side of the map for the time being.
ไม่ได้แซวให้ได้ให้เกียรติชังแบบ
RRQ
แซวกันหา
looking
ดิ
for information on B. T1 playing this attacking side very slow for the time being, but 3 players spotted out by the
แหวนบอก
Dolphins
โอ
and
เค
Hotel.
เดี๋ยวเจอกันที่ซีเคทครับ
Pretty good information being retrieved.
ถ้าอยู่ดี
but
T1 ไปเจอ
feels
TS
as though
แล้วโดน
T1 has
TS
also
นี่
just
ฮา
shut
อยู่นะ
down here.
ชินแวนยิงทีม
Love
เก่า
to
เล
see
ย
Jemkin push after you see 3 players on the B side of the map.
คือแวนกดสักแมปละ
He's gonna get
40 ตัวนะ
even deeper info line. Needs to
กดให้
be
บัตดูให้
careful about the
ยิงให้
TP
บัต
later
คิด
on,
ถึง
but
อะ
given the fact that the sky smoke is there and
ซินแวนตอนอยู่ซีเคทแม่ง
from Meteor,
กู
ทามมิ่ง
he's
กู
dodged
ทามมิ่งเมเทโอรอบนี้
ดีจัด
เฉียบจัด
very nicely.
ได้เล่น
This is where things could go bad. Cushy trying to reposition around it.
They love it.
T1 always set their sights back into B site.
ไอ้พวกนี้มันเหมือนมีเซนส์เลยนะ มันเหมือนรู้ว่า T1 มันคืบคลานเข้ามาใกล้แล้วอะ
Xpharaoh not too bad, but still needed a little bit more buzz. Relentless with how he's
เกมคิม
tearing
มี
up
อัน
the
ตินะ
site. Just
ต้องใช้แล้วให้มอนเล่น
tries to maybe get a couple
โอ้
pop
ตก
shots
ใจนะเว้ย
through
มอน
smoke,
จะอ
but
อก
not quite
ถ้าออก
finding
นี่
too
แบบ
much.
โยนละ
Yeah, Jemkin closing in on the flank here with the operator.
บอลบอก
Mon
กด
Yet's
อัน
gotta
ติ
do the lion's
โร
share
เท
of
กัน
the
ทำมา
work
แล้ว
from
ไม่มีอะไร
squad
ยากกว่านี้
side.
แล้ว
T1 know exactly where he is, and there's a disgusting off angle there.
เฮ้ย
Dealt with by the fast lane.
เอ้า
อัน
เชี่ย
ติ
ละ
ไง
To try to bait and confirm more positioning, or at least to keep players in.
นี่
But
ไง
oh no, a
ไม่
sudden
ไม่
high
ลอง
ball.
เลยเหรอ
And Jemkin does not have the shot.
He's never had an opportunity
ถ้า
to get into the
RRQ
round. I
ซี
mean,
เคทให้ใคร
to be
ครับ
fair,
โอ้
his
โห
job was done really.
แต่
in
คำถาม
that round.
ไม่
He
ค่อย
got
น่าถาม
that
เท่าไหร่นี้
Bathroom's info line and held it well, and that's where you need
กด
to
ทายไป
see
เหรอ
RRQ with a 3 stack on B be able to hold the site, and they just weren't able to do so. T1 spacing and trading a
Man City
little
ครับ
bit
วันนี้
too
แมนซี
clean
แน่
as
นอน
they go up to 11. These are two teams that were contesting a spot at an international. T1 made it
ผมให้
there.
Gen G
RRQ
กับ
didn't off the back of
ที่นี่ไปวัน
kickoff,
นี้
but that's the kind of
ของชิม
statement that would make you think that
เฮ้ย
this
แล้วเลท
matchup
Gen G
should be
ดีด้วย
close,
ผ
and
มบอกเลย
the same thing as the middle bracket final in kickoff. It just
คนนี้เจน
hasn't
จี
We're not seeing it. I mean, what was this round with,
ก็ยังไม่ได้ทายเลยเนี่ย
you know, Meteor dodging the
ไปทายเจนจี
flashes,
กันพี่
everyone
ไม่
from
ได้แต้ม
T1 marching
โอ้
up
โห
towards
คู่นี้ก็
Hookah.
แต้มฟรีนี่ไม่ได้ทาย
I mean, for T1's just playing a
เออผม
slow
ทาย
attacking
T1 มา
side, and it feels
เสียดาย
like they are kind of taking the approach
ว่าง
of,
พี่กดเข้าไปกด
if we
ทาย
can
ก่อนนะ
execute
มันมา
off, we're
ก่อน
just
หน้า
gonna win the round.
24 ชั่วโมง
As long as we don't lose a pick moving through the map, then this game is ours. And
เจ
that
น
is
จีตื่นแล้ว
exactly
นา
what's
เป
been
เปอร์เล็กไป
happening.
อะ
B-long control secured by T1 early on. Trademark confirms that there is at least one player in Hookah.
เปเปอร์เล็กนี่แม่งโดนเจนจีบ่อยนะ ไม่รู้เพราะอะไร
Dropped a push from Izu.
เหมือนในคลิปตัวไหนไงไม่รู้
Nemo
ขนาด
for
ฟอร์ม
RRQ
เจนจีไม่ได้ดีเลย
hedged
นะ
their
แม่ง
bets
ก็ยัง
on
โดน
this
เดี๋ยวจะเชื่อ
setup. Jemkin on and off the double stack inside of Hookah. If that disrupts T1's
แค่ทางโซโล่ไงอเล็กอะ
เจนจีดิ
Again,
โห
just trusting
เจ
the
น
execute with RRQ on that A bathroom
หน่อง
info
ชิม
line. They have no incentive
หน่อง
to
ชิม
rotate.
กับเจนจีเนี่ยคือต่อให้ใครเจอเจนจีเหมือนเจนจีหมดอะตอนเนี้ย
Mid-air
เจนจี
shot
กลับมา
by
แล้วพี่ใหญ่กลับมา
Jemkin
แล้ว
is strong. A second one found and collected upon
Bang.
now Cushy. Suddenly,
Lure
a
เลย
big barricade in front of Munchkin, and he's not able to really set foot across this passing. Maybe just like
เจ
the
น
elbow.
จีกับ
No,
ใครดีก็ก่อน
not even.
เจนจีเชื่อดิเจนจีอยู่แล้ว
Turned online.
อย่าสวน
Yeah,
ช่วง
big
นี้อย่า
3K
สวน
on the operator. He was looking sharp with the Outlaws, slowly starting to work his way into this game on the defensive side. Jemkin starts to get fired up here. That could cause some serious problems for T1. He's not even necessarily going on the front foot too much. That was very passive positioning in the backside of the side, just hitting every shot that was necessary. Shaky stuff inside of Hookah, by contrast from Xpharaoh,
Oi.
but it's a good thing he has some backup.
สองวินนิ่ง
More rounds like that.
โอ้ไม่แพ้หรอก
Trying to
เอสูก็
move around
จัด
the
ให้สัก
position
ราวหนึง
for
ก็
now.
จบโอเค
Jemkin
แล้ว
this time into Babs will spot out the first, but that's initiative now taken by T1.
They speed up off the back of that. Bathrooms all given over towards Easy.
ตัวแต่ลามนี่เลยแล้วกัน
Access to the tour de force, and that is what allows T1 to feel comfortable slowing this round
Ui.
down. Meteor on the active lurk, dealt with by Jemkin.
ผมว่า
First
ด้วย
shot of the round
ขาด
missed,
ซะแล้ว
but he won't make the same mistake twice.
เนี่ยผมไปทำอย่างเงี้ยในแรงค์อะ
Too much else
แตก
around him.
งงวะ
It's gonna be Cushy who
มันอะไร
jiggles
กัน
back
ขนาด
and
นั้นนะ
forth round long for information. The Trailblazers should confirm.
And his Trailblazers have been so good. Like, he's honestly just been dogging in the
ผมก็มานั่ง
mid-round,
คิดนะบาง
counting
ทีแบบ
exactly where T1 are.
กูก็
And
ทำ
given that they're kind of death
เฉ
balling
ย
or
ๆ
full
ทำไม
running
ตาย
every round, it's basically the best information you could possibly get from your ENIT as RRQ.
Definitely incentivizes Xfero to
การเริ่มถามหาบุหรี่
position. Still worried about Luka, of course, though, but now the Seekers come in.
Izu just going fishing, trying to find anything he possibly can with the tour de force. Wall is still up and Xfero not peeking, then just not giving him anything right now.
30 seconds left.
Trying to play around the fast
Spike
lane,
down,
perhaps, but
One
look at
more.
RRQ
Wow.
just setting up a blender outside of this B-long position. Slowly but surely starting to come back into the game.
What a B-hold. Even the tour de force secured there from T1 doesn't have the impact that they were looking for. And I dare say this is going to be a timeout now for T1.
Looks like it, unless...
A bit too easy. Started off well by Jemkin, and it's a nice hold inside of the site. I mean, this previously was a site that T1 breached fairly easily with the weapons, but without as much punching power. And losing Meteor on the other side of the map, it's a very easy hold for RRQ. As expected.
ไม่ออกถ้ำนี่ผลงานดีนะไป EDG ตอนนี้ จริงๆ EDG มันตื่นเหรอวะ
เขาทำต้องการแค่คนยิงอย่างเดียวอะ
ตั้งแต่เอาโยรู้ออก EDG บอกผมขออนุญาตกลับมา
เหมือนอาคางมันเป็นตัวของตัวเองด้วย ตอนเนี้ยพอมันไม่มีโยรุอะ
จริง
ยิงทุกนัด คะแนนในตัวเลขอยู่อันดับ1 แล้ว1แบบไม่ธรรมดาด้วยนะแบบฉีกที่2อะ
EDG ต้องการกำลังใจอะ
จริงอาคางบอกกำลังใจดี โค้ชเชียร์ไม่หยุดเลย
Despite us not seeing it so far in the second half, but at the same time, very clearly a big problem in the rounds with the Jemkin on and off.
I mean, if they drop off Izu here, that's exactly what I want to see from them. Out comes
ก็เป็นเล็กได้
the
เข้า
kick
ไปเอาไหม
over towards
ได้ครับ
B-long,
ได้ครับ
and exactly that. I mean, this is just dropping the chamber off on the lurk to control the information and look for picks on RRQ's rotation. Now you're going to see pressure back on that A side of the map.
Yeah, first step of the puzzle. Izu, whoa, trying to get himself safely into position.
He's definitely spotted here. This is a very cheeky off angle from Monyet.
Ui.
Trailblazer looking for what information on the A side of the map.
อิซู
And that's exactly what you wanted to see from T1. What a beautiful hookah drop
อะไร
off.
วะนะ
Despicable. Now off towards A site. RRQ are prepared, not seeing too much else. They knew that it was
โค้ช
just the
EDG
chamber.
เน้นให้กำลังใจพอ
Jemkin needing to come up huge for T1 as well, for RRQ as well, but suddenly, okay, crazy guy. We'll start to step up to bat.
Once again, the brunt of the push is being dealt with extremely easily by RRQ. Even if they find a kill on the lurk, the
30
defense is
seconds
just putting up a wall. T1 cannot break through.
Throw as many bodies as you want against the shield. As long as it is intact, RQ should be having these rounds any day of the week. Xfero slowly back
Oh,
out from
no.
market, but T1 slowing things down
10
again.
seconds left.
Just another step further. 5 seconds to go, and they're still thinking about getting the spike down, but it's orbital
ไม่ทัน
forced out
One
of
round.
RQ's hands.
วางไม่
One
ทัน
more round, but in terms of the long game, still got to think about that. Stacks continuing to build up towards Seekers.
Yeah, T1 keeping things dangerous. Meteor was finding a few chinks in the armor there. Made you nervous for RRQ. A crazy guy, another excellent
Back,
hold
man,
on the
on it.
brimstone. The multi-frag giving him the orbital.
บุลือเอก
That's such a dirty off angle from Monyet, but T1 just read him like a book. Sorry, Izu rather read him like a book.
Yeah, his POV, but
Enemy remaining.
either way, forcing out the orbital.
Gonna be a big fight over A short here. T1 just looking to simplify the approach.
Sudden rush over onto A site. Is RRQ prepared? It's going to force out so much utility from them. And meanwhile, not too many rotations just yet.
Yeah,
What's the
but-
call?
เดี๋ยวนี้เวลาเจอนีออนวิ่งยัดหอไม่ค่อยจะอยู่
Now
เลย
the orbital's being used. T1 losing buzz once again here. Jemkin getting active with the operator.
Not too shabby. It's going to reposition
Okay.
off refract, but
4-4
suddenly Munchkin
แล้วไวเปอร์พิษ
very alert to worry about bats. Izu coming in from the
อื
back.
ม
More op shots being fired off.
Uh.
Breakthrough into the hit. Izu! He's getting
Ew.
slip. And now he's got every single target lined up, but he goes
อ่าน
down.
มาทำไมอ่ะ
RRQ still
ส
in
ง
this
สัยอะไร
fight. The storm in them surging forward as they look to hunt down bit by bit.
เรียบร้อย
It's
เหลือ
RRQ up to a 9th.
พี่เอ้ยนี่มันหันเลยพี่
On an angle you would never be expecting. Like Buzz gets in U-Haul there with the judge, and I'm just thinking like, okay, your job's done,
เดิน
mate.
มาหัน
Just
เฉย
sit
เลย
there the
ง
rest
ง
of the round. You don't need to do too much. But diving into backside gets him killed, puts T1 at a disadvantage when they would have had a pit in the post plan. I guess he popped the overdrive and tried to go aggressive on spawn side, but it just feels a little bit forced and unnecessary. T1 feeling like they're getting a little bit desperate. Haven't been able to find any of these attacking rounds. And oh my god, this could be a
โอ้โห
vintage
ไม่งั้น
RRQ
ชนะแล้ว
comeback.
เมื่อกี้แบบภาพในหัวกับพลิกเช็คโทเมื่อกี้
อีกแท็กโทเลย
โอ้โห
Quite often, it's very possible.
พี่เขาหันมาเฉย
We're back to another partial buy, 4-1 split that we've always been observing.
Yeah, Meteor on the lurk, looking to have some impact. Trailblazer and Guarding Light exchange over on long. Buzz has made his way quickly in towards Hookah, but with only a shotgun, he's going to need to close the distance.
Otherwise,
Okay.
now just encouraged to play in forward position. Wow.
That is such a sick
ปิดไม่ลง
adjustment
ครับ
from RRQ.
อาถรรพ์11 กับ
Go back and look at the
แบ
replay
บนี้
there. Stacks guiding
แบบ
lights
มัน
up
ก็ไม่ได้
over
การ
the
ขนาด
side
นั้นไม่
because
ใช่หรอ
RRQ have played a passive setup on B this entire half, and this time they double up Garden, and T1 completely overlooks it.
อย่างนี้ปิดไม่ลงอ่ะเนี่ย
Kind of expected it. But that's what confidence can do for you.
The confidence to buy yourself a hero vandal.
เนี่ยใช่มันด่านมันไม่ได้บุกยากขนาดนั้น
You can't find anybody. Just feels like you're playing Blue's Clues at that point.
Need your handy dandy
30
notebook.
seconds left.
Not gonna be able to find much though. I don't think there are too many clues that you can spot out, especially crazy guys. Just
Nope.
แพ้เราหน้าก็
perfect
ซวย
crosshair placement.
I think we might need the notebook at this point.
เจอกันสเตจ2เลยแพ้เราหน้า
T1 still have one
เจ็ด
more
สอง
timeout
เลย
left. And
โอ้โห
nothing
ไกล
is
มาก
going the way of T1, and this scoreline is getting concerningly close. Again, like you hear the guiding light explode behind them up into the site with Buzz trying to dive in with the bucky. Just weren't able to read the setup.
First round that they were playing such a forward position.
All right, operator out for Izu. Orbital and Seekers. Jemkin getting active once again. He's been so fantastic at finding these openers, and Meteor down around the corner.
ไปแล้วหนึ่ง
Well, Izu now
แต่คอมที่วันก็บุกยากจริง
raring to go. We've got Trailblazer back into B long.
I mean, it's got to be Seekers into Orbital, but RRQ has been so good at holding this site every single round.
Makes you think twice about that execute. Jemkin in position as well. Even if you do pop the ults, will that be enough? Allows for Buzz to get deeper though. Oh, and suddenly Munchkin pushing off of it. It's Cushy down in the dirt.
โอ้ย
Monyet out from behind, swinging. Will he find the kills to bring RQ back from the brink? It's Molotov as well, and suddenly Stacks just backed into an angle. Buzz trying to hold off towards spawn. Jemkin and an operator. It's going to be tough to take this fight, but he gets a go at it. Hops across. But T1 just never falter.
I mean, the Orbital made all the difference there.
สถิติด่าน
Deals
บาย
with
อ่ะ มันจะ
Xfero
กันแบบ
outright, and Waylay
กัน
goes
นิด
down
ๆ
as
แต่
well
มากกว่าบุก
towards the
นิดเดียว
backside of the side. You start the round so well.
แต่บาลานซ์อ่ะ
Oh, the stun was so sick there. Xfero, nothing he could do. The Waylay forced to dash outside of the site. And in the 2-on-2, T1 have exactly what they need to get the job done. It's the first round where RRQ has not been able to hold B after a lot of effort done on this defensive side here.
Will be all for naught if this round doesn't go absolutely right for RRQ. Back to what's worked for them previously.
Yeah, quick bathrooms control from T1. And once again, they're dropping off Izu to look for picks. Monya and Jemkin are hanging around in this part of the map, though. This could have yet another op duel between the two.
อ๋อบีมเอเซียแบบนี้ แน่นอน
Situation's tense. Okay.
Trailblazer dealt with. I don't think Izu can go for the aggressive peek here as Rendezvous just a little bit too far away.
I'm wondering if the Trailblazer might have spotted him out as well. But either way, Jemkin's going to sit tight. It's going to be down to Cushy out towards B long.
It deals with the opposing Trailblazer after looking for information over in this part of the map. T1 don't want to allow them to have that Gardens control. After they saw the Trailblazer come through the TP, they do their due diligence, work back towards that B side of the map and clear things out. This has prompted a 3-stack from RRQ on B, but it's going to be an A finish from T1.
ห้องน้
T1 can overrun Monyet. This might be curtains. Monyet does his best to try to hang
ำได้
back.
โพซิชันอยู่
And now it's all onto Jemkin. Still trying to watch for it.
ได้ยิน
Will be
หลัง
flushed
ซ้าย
out
ห
by
นึ่ง
Molly. Monyet still trying to hold out
20
towards
วิ
that
ยังไม่ได้
more
วางครับ
utility, getting dumped in just to prevent the spike from going through, but suddenly shots fired through the smokes. And also lamps being held under control. 10 seconds left. T1 begins to make their
Oi.
move. And that's where Buzz goes
Oi.
hunting off to the back end.
GG
And the spike confirmed.
GG
Just Xpharaoh
GG
left. And he walks. And he walks
GG
right through the sound.
2-0ภูลสวัสดิ์ต้องให้พี่เอ๋ยแบบว่าเปิดติช่วยเจิมครับ ไม่ไหว เมื่อวานผมไปดู FNS อะไอแมตช์ฟูเซนที่เจอวันเล่อะที่ทั้งทีมกู้แล้วทำให้เข้าโอทีอะมันก็พูดว่า GG นะ พอมันแพ้ปุ๊บมันงง
อ๋อ
GG เหมือนกัน
ใครจะไปคิดว่าเกิดเหตุการณ์อย่างนั้น
ระหว่างจิมโบรกับจิมแรดใครเก่งกันจิมแรด ไปดูคนไทยถูกสิเฮ้ย เยอะอยู่ คนไทยผิดก็เยอะอยู่ เฮ้ยเพื่อนเก่าเพื่อนรัก เด็กเจอถามสุขภาพหูดีไง ดีขึ้นไหมมาแป๊บนึงแชท
comes in and he's like, get out.
He's like, no,
Bro,
okay.
I'm buying the stinger out of
Switch
the way.
guns.
There we go. Francis evens it up, nice and chill with an appropriate gun. I will say.
Have we had a knife battle in Pacific yet?
We had one.
Did we?
I remember.
I don't remember.
Forsaken.
Oh, did Forsaken con
I think
someone
he
into
did
it?
do one. Maybe not in stage 1. It might have been in kickoff.
Or was it at Santiago?
Maybe. I feel like I definitely saw a knife though.
Oh, the whole team were there. Everyone's watching Francis.
A lot of pressure there.
Yeah.
Ooh, Karan though, too clean, man.
Also, there's a little bit of pressure on Gen G because how are you with a 0% skirmish win rate? They want the coin toss back at this point.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean,
That's really good. 0%.
but like,
What is going on?
that is pretty whatever. I mean, I don't put a ton of value in the skirmish other than
Yeah.
they bring a little bit more entertainment to my life. So that's kind of all I care about. Oh, Karan.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You gotta warm up, buddy.
Oh, no. Texture's coming for you. Okay. He's got that one.
Do you think he brings out a gun now he's on match point? Something cheeky? Little judge, a little stinger?
I want to see the
No?
op here. Op here.
No, never. Op, never.
It's skirmish point. Go for the op.
Full knife.
He's slow walking up.
Oh.
There we go. Gen G get the first skirmish win on the board. Nongshim, I think RB's in for the rest of the season. Unfortunately now, after that.
Yeah, they gave him the one.
Yeah.
That was just. RB was so good. He was like undefeated for so long in the skirmish. I don't know how you go away from that.
I know. That's what happens.
He's the Steph Curry of skirmish. I mean,
Yeah.
just let him go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Okay.
with this, we got our veto in.
Now,
You seem a little surprised.
the good news is Pearl and Breeze are not breach maps.
That's true.
Now, if you're...
Well, wait. No.
Okay. Oh, if I...
Some people do it on Pearl.
Yeah,
Occasionally.
If I see a breach on Breeze, I will lose my mind. I'm surprised to not see Nongshim pick Fracture. It's the only map they're winning so far.
But it's one of these things where like sometimes teams are good at a map, but they hate playing it.
Yeah.
So then they're like,
a lot
"We're
of teams
not-"
hate Fracture.
And I get it in a way.
But
But
you're winning it.
I know.
Or maybe, they prepare it for certain teams and they're like, all right, now we got to trash it and
Yeah, Nongshim...
rework it a bit.
Nongshim are picking Pearl here. We've not seen it from them yet, so I am incredibly curious what they've got cooked up. I mean, I think obviously we talked about it a lot. What is Francis going to play? I don't think it can be the Breach, surely. I think Phoenix would make so much sense, or even Chamber. We just saw it in that last series on Pearl. Two great Chambers going head to head. I think Francis could be brilliant on that Atron.
And predictions-wise, we're surprisingly split here, despite the performance from Nongshim, despite Nongshim not having any wins at all. Where did you go for? You went for
I'm for
Nongshim
Nongshim.
as
We're
well.
all Nongshim here.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all Nongshimmers. Okay. Well, any case for Nongshim despite
Yeah.
not winning anything?
I mean, I think it makes sense. I think they've had to play tough teams already, and they've had those close matches. I think Gen G, they showed a really bottom end of their form, and they won against the Paper X that were not on their best day.
Yeah.
I just trust the coaching staff to figure something out here.
Yeah.
As good as Gen G has the potential to be and could be, I think Nongshim should be able to make some changes here. And picking Pearl indicates to me that they have.
Oh, I completely agree with you guys here. I think they've had a little bit more time to cook here, and facing against Gen G, they definitely want to take down one of the Pacific Titans once more. So we're going to have to wait and find out as we send it to the stage between Nongshim and Gen G.
Today's matchup. Nongshim Red Force.
It's been a rough start for Nongshim since Santiago, but a number of weeks have gone by, and we trust in the recent Masters winners to find a way to get a dub.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that Masters in Santiago was a perfect storm for this team. The meta was so perfect, and they looked absolutely unbeatable. Now they're in a limbo where they're really trying to fight to find positions for everybody in this team, find that semblance of comfort, and they've not managed to do it yet. There's a big question once again of what have they got cooked up for this. They are picking different maps. I'm very excited to see Francis. I want to see him on that chamber. I want to see this team find some stability. Otherwise, it might look like they might never return to that form that we've seen from them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Pearl, a very good map for them for the very beginning of 2025. Like, they were just crushing people on it. But as time went on, it started to get figured out a little bit. Then they were losing to Zeta. They lost a team secret on it. So they had to have retooled it, re-geared it, and try to pick it against Gen.G, maybe feeling it could be a weakness.
Yes, and with Gen.G broke their slow, one would even say abysmal start to stage 1 with a W against Paper Rex just last week. This is what this team really needs to feel a lot more confident going back into this. They had a lot of role swaps, they had agent swaps, they had player swaps. Is this the Gen.G that's gonna make it?
Maybe, but I appreciate their belief in the superstition. They're rubbing Texture's belly again. Yeah, exactly. They won't let him get aces because they know that that's bad luck. So now they rub the stomach for good luck. I love it. I love them leaning into it.
Yeah, I think this Gen.G team, week 2 was
ภาพวันนี้
much
ลาเกียร์
better
ไม่ยิง
from them for sure. They got a win, which is going to be
เลยนะ
massive as we move through this group.
The camera guy did him dirty there.
You see him hold his stomach like, excuse me.
That's not for you.
All right, massive respect between the coaches here. Solo is a hero to a lot of the Korean coaches here in this region, but even then, you still want to beat though.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course you do. You're not content
Pearl
playing
beat
that second
speed.
fiddle, especially this Nongshim team.
Well,
But we've seen how high
speed,
they can fly. It's just, can they recapture it? This veto is very strange for me from Nongshim's perspective.
Either
Pearl,
beat
not a
no
map
Team
we've
Pearl.
seen, and then Gen.G coming back with Breeze. This is way up in the air. These are not the type of maps that Nongshim have typically been great on, especially in their Santiago run.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. So this has to be like, I think, a pretty drastic change in Nongshim's methodology.
แมตช์ที่แล้ว
Thought
แอสกับคาร์ลลั่นจับ
is all I can really gather from this. It's just, are they going to have it cooked up well enough in time? Because Gen.G, we've already seen that they swapped their ideas with their agent comps and their meta strategy last week, so they're going to have that kind of
สรุป
extra
สรุป
week
ฟ็อกซี่นี่คือไง
of
วะ
preparation in a way.
Yeah, they really hit the ground running with it as well. When you make changes like that, that first week out is so important for them, because if it works, you start to feel, you have a lot of trust then in the coaching staff, you have a lot of trust in how you're reading the meta. If you're constantly having to try new things week after week, at what point do you start to lose your heads and you start to go, well, we're never going to find it. Maybe Santiago was a fluke, and the moment that doubt starts to creep in is the moment this team will begin to crumble. I want to see them play with confidence, because that's what made them so special. They have to find footing, they have to find it now, or playoffs is going to look to be a mountain for this team to climb.
You know though, with Nongshim, I don't think that's the case. So there is something about this team that is very different than other Ascension teams. It's been a while since I've seen, even in the last 2 weeks, where Nongshim kind of looks like they didn't look lost precisely. They just look not prepared. And I think that's a very different sort of mindset going into this. Despite these players being so inexperienced, they just have a really smart approach to the game.
Yeah, well, talk about smart approach to the game. Let's see what they're going to pick. Francis is the
Phoenix,
question. And this is absolutely insane. I don't know what I'm looking at. Pegwithin, help me out. Dambi's on a Phoenix. Francis is on a Neon. We said we wanted a chamber, but it's Ivy on it? Have
เหลื
they
อ
missed
เชื่อ
I think you're right. I think
แล้ว
we
ฟราน
might,
ซิสไม่ไปเล่น
like
ฟินิก
I'm
ซ์อ่ะ
expecting a lobby remake after
พี่
seeing
ไม่
this.
เล่น
Like,
นีออนเฉ
this
ย
can't be real.
เหลือ
This
จะ
can't be
เชื่อ
real life.
I mean, I like the comp in theory, but it feels entirely wrong. Nongshim Red Force is playing a Neon, and Dambi isn't on it. Chobra, control your
คู่
voice.
นี้
Get
นะ
them in line. I can't believe
เจน
this.
จีครับผม
This feels like they're
แค่ดู
taking
เลือด
this
ตัว
in
ผิด
such
ก็
a
จบ
strange
แล้ว
direction. This feels like they're struggling so hard to figure out the meta.
Hey, real quick, I'll give some
เหมือน
bones
เปเปอร์เล็ก
here to
ที่เอาจริง
Genji. I like
เอา
what they're
จริงไป
picking
เล่น
here. I
เจ็ต
think
อะ
it
แล้วไม่
leans
เอา
into
ซัมติง
what
ไม่
has
ให้
been
เล่น
working
ไม่
for
ให้เล่น
them
เจ็ตอะ
recently. So, back to that Phoenix
อัน
themselves.
นี้แม่งยิ่งกว่า
Just running a very similar comp, of course, just a
Yeah.
killjoy for the chamber. So, going to be
ตอนแรก
very
ไอ้ดีก็
even.
เล่น
It's
หัว
going to
พี่
be a
พิสูจน์
flash, fast-paced battle. It feels
ไอ้
like.
นี่
I'm so
Damn
excited
beat,
to
มึง
see
ลั่นไปกด
Francis
Phoenix
off
ใช่
the
ปะ
Neon. I think there's got to be a reason. There is no
Hi.
way in hell they don't
เล่
do
น
this
นีออนแทนให้หน่อย
unless it works. At least I hope
Oh,
anyway.
my- big questions if not.
Filthy Quack, what do you make of it?
It definitely is the clash of the titans here between Nongshim and Genji, of course. It's a flashy composition. I don't know what the desk was thinking of, though, but you certainly have a lot to say, Pili.
Yeah, I mean, the last time that we saw Francis on Neon, it was an off-season, I feel like, experiment of understanding for Nongshim, where Danby played Breach and Francis played Neon. They swapped their roles for one map, and they won. So I don't know if that's going to
น้องชิม
happen
บอก
again
อยากลองอะไร
today's
ใหม่ๆว่ะ
debut chamber for Ivy as well. So Nongshim doing crazy stuff with their roles, which worries me greatly because I think back to
ผมว่าเละเทะ
Ascension
ว่ะ
where they climbed back into Pacific their first game against Nows. They swapped everyone's roles. Danby wasn't on a Neon, he was on an Astra.
Best
and it was
Neon
horrific
อยู่ใน
for them.
ที
They
ม
got battered by a team that's not even in tier 1. So I'm concerned they're 0-2 in this group. If they lose this series, they could be out of
ถ้างี้
playoffs
เท่ากับว่า
contention.
ฟราน
At
ซิ
the
สมัน
very least, it will
เอ
be
เจนต์
very
พูล
much out of
แปล
their
กๆนะ
hands and come down to head-to-heads and tiebreakers for the other teams to kind of organize themselves. On the side of Gen G, though, very
ส่วนมากทีม
impressive
อื่นเขา
upset over
มาจับ
Paper
ฟินิกส์กันนะ
X
เมน
just
ยู
in their last
แปลก
game.
น้อง
A
ทีม
chance to now beat both Masters Santiago Grand Finalists back-to-back, and at that point, you would be starting to get very excited about them after a horrific first game in this group.
Yeah, I think you're definitely
เขาใช้
excited.
ได้
We
บี
are
บอล
all
มา
probably
เดี๋ยว
pretty excited about Charon
ยอนโดน
Phoenix.
เนิร์ฟแล้ว
Again, I
เขา
didn't
ให้
think it
เส้น
was
เหยีย
going
บ
to be pegged
ละลาย
just
พฤติ
seeing
กรรม
the
นะ
map veto, but here it is. It's going to be fun. It's going to be flashy. But at the same time, is it an overcorrection for Nongshim, or is it something that's going to
Francis
give some
อาจจะเล่น
wind
ฟิ
their
นิกส์ไม่ได้
sails
ใช่
for the rest of the group stage? Because
เนี่ย
currently,
ฟินิกส์
right
มันไม่มีอะไร
now,
นะตัวฟินิกส์
0-2, things are in shambles.
ไล่ฟรานซิสมันเล่นฟินิกซ์ไม่ได้เหรอ
นั่นเลยดิ
Really difficult.
You're going to get
น่าจะมี
very
เหตุผลเดียว
concerned
ที่
for
แบบ
Nongshim Red Force if
ออก
they
ไปอย่างเงี้ย
lose
คือ
this
ฟรานซิสเล่น
game
ฟินิกส์ก็ได้
against Gen G. That very little room for error. As we have two very fine Korean teams to face off against each other. A former Masters winner versus a recent Masters winner.
ไม่เป็นไร ถือว่ามาแบ่งแต้มให้เอ็นจีแล้วกัน
Definitely a lot of experience in both sides,
เฮ้ย
both wings,
อันนี้แจกแต้มแล้วนี่
but nonetheless,
ไม่ไปแล้ว
เดี๋ยวเอ้ย
struggling to fill in
เรียกว่าแบ่งดีกว่า แจกมันเกินไป
seeing
โหยังไม่มีสักแต้มเลยถ้าแบ่งก็น่าจะไม่ใช่อะดิ
Damby.
ถ้าแจกอันนี้
Yeah, he's played a
จริ
bit
ง
of
ๆมีคน
Phoenix
มา
in
แจ
his
กแต้
career
มให้เจน
before,
จี
actually. Yes, I've got,
เอา
he
มา
does
เล่น
have 5
OOP
officials on it. I don't think
ก็
any
เป็น
of
ไป
those
ได้นะ
are in Ascension or in Pacific
ต้อง
though.
เอา
So
นีออน
we're
มาเพื่อ
probably
จับสไน
rolling back the years
แต่บี้ก็
quite
ส
a
ไน
while
โหด
at
นะ
that
พี่
point, despite how young some of
นั่น
these
น่ะสิ
Nongshim members are. Ivy to place
นั่นแหละ
rendezvous.
มีอย่างเดียวคือฟรานซิสตอนซ้อมแฟดโดนตัวเอง
As Nongshim group up over there, but Genji have
มี
already
หนัก
got
กว่าพี่
a
เอาเวท
phenomenal
อีก
4 players
มีเหตุผล
on
เดียว
the
เลย
B site already.
แฟดยังไงก็โดนตัวเอง
Stars and turret.
Should creep up. You just have the fade, full set of util. There's the first move from Francis in towards backhall.
อืม
Ooh.
โอเค
Look at that
Nia.
lovely little right click. Got
Nia.
the frenzy coming in as well, and Francis will do good to
Yeah.
find another trade, taking down Zinx. Just Charon still has his flashes, but unfortunately not close enough to really be able to do some damage at all. We'll find one against Francis, but nonetheless, Nongshim have passed the test.
Yeah, very, very nice execute there. Well organized as Caron looking for some exits if he can find them already. 2 towards his run it back. He'd love another kill if given to him, but Xros not really giving him many chances at this point. It's very patient stuff for Nongshim, set up around the spike, wanting to 100% this pistol. Ivy, well, I thought he was going to be the one to find first contact, but Xros actually finally swings out back haul. And it started well on Pearl for Nongshim. This is their map pick. It's a map that you've seen Gen G play a little bit of in the past. Not too unfamiliar territory for them.
See that trend can continue forward. I mean, so far this was just a big standoff into a full execute from Nongshim. Francis getting the 2 kills at the end definitely opens things up. Not too bad for now. We don't have to all lose our heads over Tabi not being on Neon for the time being.
Well, I think they're just going to give it to Ivy, you know? I don't know how it's going to work if they don't play Chamber, but I'm assuming Ivy's just going to be doing the opping here. And Francis is, now that Yoru's been taken out of the equation, has given up the opping duties for the time being. But nothing is final for Nongshim by any stretch of the imagination. They have not figured things out yet. Maybe if this does start working for them, then this is going to be the future direction of the team. But with we're run one round into Pearl right now. Let's just
yes, that's all cool.
It's all speculation at this point.
Well, it's fun to speculate in Theorycraft as well. That's what punditry is about. But at the same time, definite things to worry about, at least for Gen G in this round, just sitting tight inside of A.
It's been interesting to see Nongshim's evolution from a team that could only really play one style, and I feel like, you know, they caught lightning in a bottle in that meta to win Master Santiago. There's no doubt about that, but with all of the experience that they've gained, making their way through their tournament, their second year now in Pacific, having come up through Ascension multiple times, I think they're starting to evolve into the kind of team that doesn't have to rely on their old patented
ยังไง
style.
อ่ะก็ต้องรู้แล้วว่า A เยอะจัด
Start to
อ่ะ
explore what it means to be Nongshim Red Force.
Certainly.
เฮ้ย
And at least onto this anti-eco as well. They're just gonna spot out their targets.
ร้อน
Slowly mopping them all up. You got the blaze wall coming across as well. Gen G not really being able to extend themselves or to find range with the classics. Should be clean as day, and with more shots fired off. Okay, Wild with flash. But otherwise, still in control, Nongshim just marking every single angle, and you're just thinking about, you know, the ages that they have, the ones that they're playing on. This is truly, I mean, stage time is the only time you really get to practice.
Yeah, but when you're 0-2
ใช่
in
เรา
your
กิน
group,
แพ้
then
ไม่ได้ครั
that
บ
might be some of the last stage time you have access to. Love the small detail of Karon pegging his curveball through the fading smoke. As the Astra smoke does fade, you're naturally going to look at it. As you see, the peak comes out there for Xros. There's 2 or 3 players
เขาชอบ
holding
แฟด
that
แล้วกระโดด
smoke.
ก่อนนะพี่
Previously, you might have had someone anti-flash.
มั
But
น
as
ใน
the
นี่ไง
smoke
มัน
fades,
จะ
your natural
โดนชอบ
instinct
โดน
is,
สแปม
okay, now I'm going to have a line to hold, and that's exactly when you get a curveball pegged at you. So I love that little wrinkle from Karon, who is one off his run-it-back, and with the A main control for Gen G uncontested, I'd imagine he's going to secure it.
I gotta love round 3 run it back.
Seeing it a lot at the moment.
You can also see Gen G instantly kind of
ปืน
switching
ถือว่า
towards
ดูดีอยู่
more retake
อุ้ย
centric setup.
จริง
But
โอ้
Ivy just makes plays like that. Gonna definitely make things a lot more difficult. Ash
ตัวเล่น
can
connect
hold
จริ
on
ง
towards
ปะเนี่ย
the back of Hall, but RB just going to push through as well. Suddenly, Lakia turning around. And then you got just the 2 duelists left for Gen G, who
ใครเขาโร
probably
เทต
will
วิ่ง
not
กันตรง
be
นี้
able to do too much.
I think you're probably just considering a save at the moment unless Nongshim Red Force overcooks and kind of hands them. A couple of entries back in. Excellent start to this game for Nongshim. Clean pistol, the bonus is looking good. Flash out from Danby, doesn't find anything with the Spectre, but he doesn't really care about going down there. Gen G suddenly interested in trying to complete this retake, may lose these rifles. It's a very nice crossfire for Nongshim.
It's all starting to get broken apart.
Ooh.
Texture! Again!
เทคเจอ
Walks
ร์
up,
โฟ
slides
คิว
across,
เออ
and he's laughing to himself.
I mean, it's a little
เอา
bit
ว่ะ มิ
too
เตอร์โฟ
easy.
คิว
How has that been thrown away by Nongshim? They are completely set up around the spike. I think they just
แต่
assumed
เมื่อกี้ซิงค์สอบตก
with nothing given from
สอบตก
Gen G
เลย
that there was going
มัน
to
มี
be
อะไร
a
ให้
save
ต้อง
there.
ทำเนี่ย
And
ถือมีด
Texture's
เดิน
just
มองมัน
stolen
นะ
that round.
อย่างน้อยก็ถือปืนหันหลังอะ
Again, 'cause this is
Position แบบ
outrageous.
So we're peeking into Texture one at a
อัน
time
ตรายจัดตรงนั้นอะ
and
way.
completely whiffing. That's not going to be good enough. Texture's just laughing all the way to the bank now. And what should have been a bonus round win for Nongshim has completely slipped through their fingers. Gen G back onto another gun round, and they didn't even have to use the run it back to win that clutch.
Once again with the A main take, a lot of information off of it. Nongshim just looking to run it down through B.
Yeah, singular approach from them. Full util set up over here for Zinx. Ash up close with the judge.
Oi.
Sounded off through the Prowler.
Yang.
All the nanostorms popped as well. We'll keep Nongshim at bay for the time being, but they push through the
Om.
walls. Zinx on the off angle.
อุ้ย
Pick up
เฮ้ย
oh,
นี่ไง
quick
จะบอกผม
double.
สอบตก
Texture off to the back lane as well, and now it's
Five win
just
in your half,
Xros
I-
left. Despite the ults, despite the utility, the execute. all broken up to bits.
มันคาถาอะไรวะเนี่ย
3 minutes makes.
คาถาอะไรอ่ะพี่ไปบอกมันสอบ
Feeling
ตก
like Genji had no hope and Nongshim were gonna have a
ไม่มีอะไรเยอะเลยแค่พี่ไปบอกมันสอบตกเลยยิงให้ดู
and have an undefeatable economy for the foreseeable future to now Genji
ดูดิไม่มีใครยิงโดนสักคน
back and break the money of Nongshim. Unbelievable. Good stuff from Zinx.
นี่ก็ไม่โดน
Big 3K from the man after being
เขายิงสวน
caught
ไม่ใช่
lacking in
ไม่สวน
connector. He ran down street with his knife out and Ivy just kills him for free. In a round previous, this time holds down the side beautifully.
Cash to splash. You've got the outlaw now coming through. Nongshim on the other hand, once again, still trying this B push.
Looking to hammer down the door. Ash to receive.
ถ้าเทคเจอร์ลง
Buy
ดีแล้ว
himself
ก็
a little bit of space. Does hear the movement from the Neon in towards backhaul,
จริง
but it's
จริง
just
จริ
going
ง
to wait
เทค
for
เจอ
the
ร์ลง
running
ดี
back
นี่
and
เป็น
the
เรื่อ
rest
ง
of Genji to make their way back towards B.
In position now.
แต่ดีเทคข้างๆเนี่ย
Spike
The
planted.
บิน
Nightfall
บินปืนพกเนี่ย
ready here.
มีให้
Should
เห็น
get the majority of Genji trying to come back in on this retake.
Face your fear.
Quickly sending it across. The
Hey.
running back will just disregard it for now.
สวยละ
Still a relay bolt there for Francis. Genji still quite tentative coming back in on this retake. Haven't really been given many
ดู
opportunities
แล้ว
by
จาก
Nongshim.
CT หมดเลยหลังไม่มี
Still some time to work with though. So it's going to be relay ball off towards the back end. Zink somehow finding a shot all
Oi.
across. And then
โอ้โห
X-Ross
เกือบนะเท็กเจอ
still
ร์
doing good to be able to hold it out with a
ปืน
jumping
นี่อีก
bucky
แล้ว
shot. Francis, the new neon for Nongshim.
แปลว่า
And he's keeping them off of the spike. Dambi playing around the corners as well. Zinx, however, dives right on top of
Oi.
it. Spins and
What?
spins.
What?
Caron protects his teammate. The
Damn
DP's
me.
completed.
ปืนมันกากหรืออะไรอ่ะ
I want to rub Texture's belly at
ยิง
this
ไป
point.
ยิงไม่
What
เข้า
kind of blessing has
นี่
this
นี่ไง
team
ไอ้ซิง
got?
ค์
This is
มัน
ridiculous.
มันลงคาถามาพี่นะ ตีลันฟันแทงไม่เข้า
มันมีคาถาเนี่ยมีของดีตัวเนี้ย
มีของดีจริง
ของดี
Forsaken-esque spinning
Ui.
around on the defense
Ewa.
there from Zinx, completely uncovered by Caron.
นี่มันโอ้โห
มันจัด
เฮ้ย
Is it because it's a stinger?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
He's running with a
แพ้ว่ะ
Just not quite done enough damage there.
พี่เอ๋ยจัดให้ซิงค์รัวๆเลยว่ะ
Mm.
หนังเหนียว
Good
จัด
bodyguarding of Texture on the operator there. The Horn's
ตื่น
being
แล้ว
dealt
เกาหลี
with.
คน
The
นี้ตื่น
Prowler's
แล้ว
not going
พ
to
วก
scan him
พ
either.
วกยักษ์หลับ
Gotta be
หลับ
careful
ไหล
here as Ivy.
Oh no. What is this? Is one of his
ทำอะไร
first
ใคร
chamber
ใครก็ยิง
It's
มัน
his
ไม่โดน
first chamber game in an official, yep. But I love that they're putting Ivy on the chamber. I mean, he's been a big standout for Nongshim. Both him and X-Ross have
พี่คน
severely
นี้ให้แม่นมาก
raised their level. Arguably some of the better players on Nongshim, despite the fact that I think a lot of people hyperfixate on the, well, previously Yoru Neon pairing of Dambi and Francis. I think what makes Nongshim so dangerous is how well-rounded they are.
There's always a chance, and if it works, it works. But well, for now, they're playing very conservative.
In the meantime, Nongshim took all of that A main control, but still in a 1-1-3, undecided about where they want to finish this round. They're going to apply some pressure to the A side of the map, trying to pull a rotation and a reaction from a Genji who haven't really budged an inch.
And at this point, you're also going to slowly start to trickle out of time. 30 seconds remaining, and you're
30
back over
seconds
onto
left.
B site, where Texture can definitely pick you off bit by bit. Spots out the first, and that's the Neon. Swap his crosshair placement around the pillar now, but oh, Ash. Look at the support. You got Karon into the corner with the flash as well.
Kalon.
10 seconds. There's no
เอา
way
ยิง
in
แรด
hell
เป็นไง
that you
ยิ
get
ง
the
แรด
spike down.
ยิงไม่พักเลย
Meanwhile,
คารอน
Genji just continue to sweep up
แต่ว่ามัน
kills.
คือทางของมันว่าฟินิกซ์
Everything collected upon. Ivy getting tagged up. What's RB gonna do?
เจนจีกลับมาแล้วครับ
Safe.
พี่ใหญ่กลับ
There's
มาแล้ว
not much else for him to do. I just want to point out how much value this Killjoy utility is getting in the B main choke, because you're playing against no Sova, nothing else that can really break a lot of it. So things like a Grabwell in the choke, an Alarm Bot Nano, things like that are making it very, very hard
เด
for
ม
Nongshim
พีไม่
to
ใช่ดี
actually
ออน
scale
นี่
in
ไง
the sides
ส
of
ภาพ
the time.
Timeout.
The
แรมบี้16เป็นเรื่องเลยตอนนี้
เดมบีบอกไม่ชินเลยว่ะ
ไม่รู้สาเหตุทำไมถึงเป็นอย่างนี้ต้องดูตอนกันว่าฟรานซิสจับสไนนีออนหรือเปล่าจริงๆถ้ามีแชมเบอร์ก็ไม่เกี่ยวนะตัดออกไปได้ในสมการนี้ ก็ให้ไอวี่สไนไปตอนกันงงว่ะงงไปหมด
กำ
แล้
ลั
ว
ง
ตอน
หา
นี้
เหตุผลอยู่ใช่ไหมว่าทำไม
มีอยู่เหตุผลเดียวอ่ะคือมาถึงแดนบีกดเลือกตัวผิดอ่ะมือลั่นไปกดฟินิกอ่ะแล้วให้แฟนซีเล่นนีออนอ่ะมีเหตุผลเดียวตอนนี้
ไม่มีเหตุผลอื่นแล้วเหรอ
ไม่มีเหตุผลอื่นละแต่พูดถึงมันได้บินมา4 บินนี่เซฟหมดเลยนะรูปเกมก็ไม่ได้แบบดีขนาดนั้นเห็นมันฝึกเล่นคนไหนแดนบีเหรอก็คือเหตุผลว่าถ้าแฟนซีเล่นฟินิกไม่เป็นก็ยากอยู่ดีอ่ะ
โหฟินิกนี่นะ
ฟินิกมันง่ายสุดแล้วเล่นโอ้โหคือตอนนี้เพลเยอร์ทุกคนที่จับโยรูแล้วหมดเบต้าโยรูก็คือไปจับฟินิกทุกคนมันก็เดินมูฟเมนต์เหมือนกันแค่เปลี่ยนวิธีแฟลชเฉยๆนี่แหละช่วงเปลี่ยนเมตากำลังสับสนอยู่มีคนคิดถึงฟ็อกซี่ไนว่ะ
ออกซิเนย
มาม่าตกได้ครับสกายไทยฟินิกตัวนี้ก็ได้ครับหลายทีมทำอยู่
เฮ้ยทำไมมันนานจัง
แต่2 ทีมไม่น่าพลาดแชมเปี้ยนนะแต้มค่อนข้างขาดอยู่อาจจะชิวถ้าโค้ชเป็นคนสั่งแดนบีไปเป็นอีกปลดโค้ชก่อนเลยจริง
Basically looked like that they were going to win pistol and bonus and run away with the attacking half. And
ไม่หรอก
Genji
ไม่หรอก
have
ไม่ทำ
gotten
ฟิ
away
นิก
with
แฟลช
some
เลยลูกเดียว
crazy rounds in the last 4. Some unbelievable finishes. Now it feels like these guys are on a roll. They're getting pumped up in the comms.
You want to play? Let's play.
But we're back into B again.
Yeah, straight towards B. Tour de Force comes out. You get a shotty out for Francis, who does have an overdrive.
มีล็อกดาวน์
Lockdown
รีเทค
secured by Zinx.
จริง
And, you know, if going B wasn't working in the first place, going B into Cosmic Lockdown and a run it back
ไม่มีแก้ด้วย
looks even harder, if you ask me.
I don't know. Someone's got CTE. I think by the end of this round.
Back to the brick wall again.
Here we go.
How do they play around these ultimates, Nongshim? That's the question, really.
Okay, spike in.
Alarm bot initiated.
There's
Cosmic
lockdown.
lockdown.
Yep. Then it should be the Cosmic across B long. It's a pretty no-nonsense approach. I don't know how you play the post plan here as Nongshim. You might just lose.
เฮ้ย
Ivy's going looking for
อย่า
something. Forced to rendezvous out.
Now you got the run in.
เอาละครับยิมแรดเอาไป1 2 โอ้ ไปก่อนแล้ว
Singular crossfire that they do have. Zinx is just gonna dump his body on top of the spike. Shorty's being held out by Texture.
เข้าบ้านมาเจอบ้านไฟ
Doesn't even matter at all. The spike gets defused all the way through. Now we've got a
เอียร้อนแรงสุด
as the blender absolutely gets ripped apart
โอ้
by
โห
me.
เข้าบ้านแอตต้ามาเจอบ้านไฟ
It's almost impossible
Off
to
เลย
beat
ครับ
that
ช็อต
ult
นี้
combo. But maybe that's what you were looking for as Longshim.
Draw it out.
Yeah, you drew it out. You drew out all the ultimates. So going forward in this half, your life gets a little bit easier. Zinx once again does the Forsaken wiggle. It's going to be the new TikTok dance, I heard. Soon Akame is going to be doing it.
แตก
Yeah. Well, it's important to keep those spirits up. But
โดนปะ
hey, wait, are we
โอ้
again?
โดนไปหน่อยแท็กไปหน่อย
Yeah, leg out for Texture, straight back towards B. Pressure on Ash, who will make his way back in towards Conside. Texture's hanging around here with the shorty out.
อุ้ย
And now there's going to be Francis with a whiff shot. Texture
Oh,
unfortunately
no,
will go down.
ดูไอดีเลย
Ash alongside Zinx just playing out from Link. But the spike getting planted nonetheless.
ไม่ตายสวยแล้วรอบ
Shim
นี้
holding them at bay. Hot hands do come out, but there's the Nightfall in reply for Genji.
อ้าว
Will get shut down though if Francis is able to hold. Unfortunately goes down and more kills now up for Genji with Zinx.
อุ้ยโห
Just
ส
being
แปมแม่น
able
จัด
to march through. Only 2
วางเป้า
players
รอ
remaining
ชัวร์
for
ก็
Nongshim
อย่างเงี้ยไม่
against Genji's
เฮ้ย
too. A smoke between them, just trying to play around the pillar. But look at Lockett. Ooh,
โดนเลย
elevation. He gets caught misstep.
อืมมาขู่ขีกบีลองไม่หยุด
A
ตอน
bit
นี้
of a reply
รู้
from
ว่าได้วาง
Nongshim.
Yeah, it works.
น่าจะย้ำอีกอะรอบนี้
6 times the charm.
Okay.
แต่ตา
They
ปิด
made
ด้
it
วย
work, although to be fair, they were going to be on the pistol as well, and I think the anti-eco, so maybe
That might have been all 8s.
8 times the charm. Whatever you want to call it, Nongshim have made it work. Credit to them. I mean, drawing out all of those ultimates in the round previous ends up working out pretty well for them in a round like this. The B post plant was a lot easier to navigate. Francis able to beat Texture in back halls. And there things get a little
ย้ำไป
easier.
เรื่อยๆน่ะตอนนั้น
Very curious. Now it's still the 4-1 split, but this time Ivy goes hunting.
เด็กเจอ
Unfortunately, will be hunted instead. And back into it again.
I mean, these nanos are so good, man. Like, look how much space it's getting.
And then it's Karen
มันสม่ำเสมอ
still
มาก
into
นะ
a
เท็ก
corner.
เจอ
No,
ร์
it's Ash actually, but still trying to play around it. He'll be able to take down the run. And
เฮ้ย
back.
นี่ไง
Francis this time with the movement, but Texture comes back in with
เห็น
his
แล้ว
own
ไม่ค่อย
overdrive.
ชอบใจเท่าไหร่
Got the operator pulled out now. Dodges the flash. Quickly slides away. Karen coming. Oh,
คารอน
คาร์ลอน
and
มัน
finds
กะจะทันเฟอร์ด้วยอะ
trifecta to put
แล้วมันก็
Genji
ยัง
back
รี
in.
เซ็ตเป้าไว
I actually don't understand what I'm watching. I gotta
มั
be
นนิ่ง
honest.
จัด
It's like
I think
ยั
this
งไงมัน
might
ก็
be
จะ
drills.
รู้ว่าได้วางบีอะ
Sometimes you
ตี
scream
มัน
another
ไม่แตก
team
มัน
and
ไม่
you
แตก
run
แล้ว
the
ไง
same
คารอนแม่ง
strat
โหด
over
สัต
and
ว์
over and
แต่
over
แต่เปลี่ยน
again
เล่น
so
ฟิ
that
นิ
you
ก
could get good at defending it.
I mean,
Like, I think I'm actually watching Trills.
but professional.
ไม่เห็น
And
ไม่ค่อยชอบ
5v5 on B side every
ไม่
round.
ค่อยชอบเท่าไหร่
And let's see who would win.
I mean, I feel like Genji might be just as confused, but they are reacting pretty well. Nice.
โอ้โหแตกกันทั้งทีมจริง
Ivy plucked from A main in that last round, so you lose your
นี่คือ
lurk
หนึ่งสาเหตุ
early
ที่
on.
โซโล่หายไปพัก
5
หนึง
on
ใช่ไหม
4, a little bit easier for Genji to
รัก
deal
ษาหู
with. Texture, altered off the line. And the rest of Nongshim, oh my god. We're discovering the fog of war. The map is being cleared as we speak. Nongshim. XP bars filling up.
And that's the thing, though. It's a bit of conditioning, but Genji are still doing a pretty good job of keeping themselves spread
Genji
across the
20
map.
ป่ะ
You've got the KJ util all around.
The KJ is
2-0
actually winning this game for Genji.
Yes.
It's actually
ดูจากอย่างนี้
ridiculous. Like, the nanos are getting so much value.
Just a scout and Karan to try and hold. It's a bit of information. He's got support from Lakia.
อืม
And every day of the
Oi.
week, they will
Oi.
hold down
มี
the
คนสร้างงาน
line.
สร้างอาชีพแล้ว
RB.
เอ้า
โอ้โหมัน
Spotted, but he will still
โอ้โห
swing.
โอ้โหลาเกียจริงปะเนี่ย
Quick double, and suddenly the
ไม่เอา
shot
สัก
might
บาท
be
แบบนี้
doable
เขา
for
เรียกว่าไม่เอา
Nongshim.
สัก
They
บาท
sent in the nightfall off towards the back end, and Texture tries to
อะไร
get
วะ
ahead
น่ะ
of the smokes. Gotta watch out though. It's 3 players inside of A main. X-Ross into a corner. Texture gunned down, and Ash might just have to save.
เก็บออฟครับ
First time going A for Nongshim, and it works very well. Nash to hold on to the operator at the end of things. RB made all the difference in A main there, didn't he? I mean, Loki kind of baits Ivy, but if you're going to get 2 kills after doing that, then
มันกินบอกใครจะอยู่ก็อยู่ครับทีมนี้ ผมไม่อยู่อีกต่อไป
It's a little bit intriguing initially, but kind of works out.
เดี๋ยวพิธีกรต้องถามอ่ะตอนสัมภาษณ์โค้ชว่าทำไมถึง
Nash just holding on to that
เปลี่ยน
operator.
ไอ้นี่
Well worked for Nongshim, clearing out that KJ utility across the map. And even after losing Ivy
Yeah.
yet again inside of A
พอ
main,
พี่เอ๋
he's
บอก
actually had
2-0
kind of
จุ
a
ด
hit
เริ่ม
on
ต้น
this
เลย
game in terms of finding impact on the extremities. RB comes up big with the sheriff.
Yeah, tell you what though, regardless of those You know, we still have RB. Francis and Dambi are still doing pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like,
แบบนี้ได้
they're
แฟน
not
ซิปก็ยัง
playing
ทำหน้าที่
the
ดีอยู่
ideal
นะคน
comp
เนี้ย
for them anyway because it's been nerfed. They have to adjust in the meta. But Nongshim is
เฮ้ยโดนเราเดียวทำเอาเลย
กรุ๊ปนี้มันงูกินหางอยู่นะแพ้นี้ที่เหลือชนะหมดก็ยังมีสิทธิ์เข้า ต้องไปดูทีมอื่นด้วย
the team fights and things like that. Yeah.
ยากนะอย่าลืมเสียแจกแต้มถูกนั่นแหละ ต้อง
TH เหรอ
TS TS ก็แจกตอนเนี้ย
That's
เหมือนกันเลย
honestly how I was feeling. And then they
แจกทั้ง
put,
คู่เลย TS
you know,
TS
that
หรือว่า
bonus
ทีมเดียวกัน
together and won
ง
like
ง
5 or 6 in a row. So credit to them. They're sticking in there.
ยังไม่มีใครรู้ว่าทำไมถึงเป็นแบบนี้แต่เดี๋ยวรอตอนสัมภาษณ์รอโค้ด
Okay, he'll return one of his own.
TH คัมแบ็กเลยนะ ไปซะแล้ว
Partial buys for Gen G, but they're
กาแย่ง
still
กันตั้งนาน
in position nonetheless. Karan, bit of contact. We'll try to hang back, maybe toss out a flash to try to delay a bit further, but it will be Lakia into the smokes now. Trying to dodge the Prowler, but will still get hit by it. We're still inside the smokes. Okay, finally checked it. On with the Phantom. But that is enough time for the rest of Gen G to arrive close enough to try to fast flood back in. Francis trying to prevent that from coming through with all the shots, all the angles. The texture is making that operator sing.
อะไรวะยิงกันโคมคาม
Gonna have to hold on to it though. Make it sing another song for another round. Nonetheless, Francis can help it. Dances back across and look at it. Everyone from Nongshim now starting to set up a hunt. Fast lane, he's trying to stay alive. Down to 20 HP, but you still have RB close by to worry about. Star set up. He's stunned. Oh no.
Don't do it. Oh, I
เรียบ
thought he was
ร้อ
going to knife him.
ยโดนล่า
Oh my god.
Cheeky.
That was a high-speed chase.
Last round in the half.
Live action, and they finally find
เห็นน้อง
texture.
ชิมแล้วก็อยากกินมา
He's
ม่า
been arrested.
น้องชิม อยากกินลำยอน
From Nongshim though. Anti-flood is very, very good setup on that A site there. It's able to stop Gen G from getting involved. They dealt with the Bucky inside of that A main smoke, but this is kind of what I was talking about. Like in terms of the, you know, mid-round fighting aspects, Nongshim still have a great understanding, and I think they knew exactly, you know, playing against Neon Phoenix what Gen G wanted to go for there and played around it perfectly.
Just can never count them out. We're back over to B basics, and then it's Karan to suddenly try to switch up the pace. It's all flash utility spent.
Yeah, they just pegged a bunch of Uziel at each other and said, nope, that wasn't the clean start to the round that we were looking for. So both teams well aware
ฟัน
that
ซิก
B
นีออน
is
ถือว่า
being
ดีอยู่
contested heavily. The only
แต่ฟิ
question
นิกซ์แดม
is
บีน่าจะยัง
where to from here.
That's going to be RP. Still though, if RP goes down, this
ผมอยู่เกาหลีกินเผื่อเอา
They're
เรื่อง
definitely crunching him in the middle. You can see
กิน
movements
ร้าน
over
อา
there
ตุมา
towards Art, and Karon's hanging around here as well.
Yeah.
ยิมแรด
Only question of is when the defense is going to wrap onto him and how coordinated they're going to look doing it. Ivy's found texture in the meantime.
โดนดิ
That's gonna be the
โรเทต
signal
ดัง
to
ขนาด
tell
นี้
everyone to peel off,
มัน
come
วิ่ง
back
รอด
and
วิ่งรอด
reinforce the
หันมา
site.
มาเช็คอยู่
You never like that as Gen G when you've got lockdown, run it back. You'd much rather have the numbers if you're going to invest those ults. Ash also one off the Cosmic.
โจ๊ก
They've got great tools to be able to retake B, but now less personnel.
Last round, first half, a
ถ้าเรา
situation
ไม่
like
มี
this
จังหวะให้กดโจก
might
เนี่ย
just be forced to
อยู่
play
โซนอันตรายจัด
incredibly defensive. Turtle up with more shots being
กดได้
fired.
ละลิงเพื่อนมานี่ละแล้วมันโยกอะดิ
Ivy's been sitting here for so long.
แต่ว่าโยก
This is
ไป
just
เอ
โยกเนียนด้วย
the
นะ
most patient man you've ever seen in
โย
the
กไป
world.
เอแบบนี้
And
ของ
as
เต็ม
Ivy
ไซส์
makes
ถ้า
as
เข้า
much
เอลอง
noise as possible to try to keep Gen G
เฮ้ย
อ่า
the
เรีย
rest
บ
of
ร้อย
Nongshim
20
making
วิ
their
สุดท้าย
back
โยกไป
towards
บอมเซนติเนล
18 seconds on the
เรียบร้อย
clock.
เลยหวานเจี๊ยบอ
Run
ย่าง
it
นี้
back used by who?
Wow.
I mean,
GG.
this is the whole second hold up. The
Oh.
nanos are going up. Francis goes forward,
Wang Tan.
trying to hunt down the lockdown.
Trying to watch out for. Oh, inside the smoke! Zinx, unfortunate, but now it's
เป็นดีเฉย
Francis
ครับ
just continue to press W. RP, the late alert finally reveals itself, but at what cost? It just works out so well for Nongshim. Just Karan
รั่วเลย
left.
ช็อตนี้
With the spike planted out in the open, 4 stairs as well, but Ivy is the main one,
what
the
a
first one
timing.
to look out for. With a clear side picture, boom, headshots. The new chamber takes the dub.
หวาน
Yeah,
เจี๊ยบ
6-6 for Nongshim there. After a big streak of rounds for Gen G, they recover very well at the end of the half. A lot of success back towards that A side of the map. I thought they were timing themselves out of the round there. Very sharp shooting
จะ
from
แข่งพี่
Ivy
แป๊บ F ฝากก่อน
from that operator, and unfortunately for Zinx, that lockdown could have ended the round outright, but he just couldn't quite hold on for long enough.
아나 오퍼 잘 쏘는데?
Halftime.
แต่เมื่อกี้ถ้าไม่ใช่นีออนทำไม่ได้นะ ที่เข้าไปเอาคิวจอยขนาดนั้น
ใช่
เอเจนต์ดีๆ
Decently for now. We'll keep an eye on it, of course, as we head into the second half. We want to see Ivy doing a little bit more as the chamber as well.
Yeah, he's done decently there in the first half, but he did hand over a couple of first deaths to Gen G. I've got my eyes on Zinx though. Like, this is a man who's very flexible in his role, and I think as the killjoy on the attacking side, you need to find good lurk timings and play with confidence.
Go, go, go.
See a lot of very, very good killjoys be able to be difference makers on that attacking side. Saw a big game from Kaide, and at times, you know, we've seen Meteor go big on the attacking side of this map as well.
Always a big name. Different approach a little bit though, and Art being cleared out, Prowler and well, a player to try to push up in towards B Link, but Francis just keeps his eye on towards doors with that ghost of his.
Pushed off the line though, loses a lot of HP, and this rendezvous not looking very useful in the position that Ivy's in now.
So unless Ivy can somehow spin around, find kills, this round might be a bit done for Nongshim. First one to fall, and instantly shifting into a retake setup.
Yeah, Gen G's just completely picked apart that setup. Out comes the hot hands to deny the spike plant, so that'll buy a little bit more time for Nongshim.
Pretty good. Still though, keep your eyes on Ash as well. He's in position to try to show up and cut them off in some rotations. Nonetheless, Nongshim will still try to push up front. Ash has been taken down, RB, what? And suddenly, all the way towards the back end of Halls, it's still Texture and Karen keeping things competitive. But Dambi comes in across with the Ghost. RB to finish on a right click.
Been a pretty quiet game from Dambi, and I was looking at his positioning at the start of that round, and I'm like, when have I ever seen a Phoenix
ไม่ได้
playing
คัมแบ็กก็ไป
passively
อยู่
in
เจ
the
น
middle
จี
of
แล้ว
the
นะ
map and just linking away at the spawn? I'm like, what is going on for Nongshim? But he's come up big at the end of the round with a 2K on the pistol nonetheless. Feel for Ivy there. Gen G did a fantastic job just picking that setup apart. The chamber had no impact. Francis was pushed away. But Nongshim have found a way to win the round regardless.
Not what you'd always expect, but still being able to bring back home the dub, that's all you really need. As Nongshim moves on to the next round now, they're trying to watch down towards Art because that's where Gen G has pushed through before a main as well.
Sheriff's purchased by Zinx and Texture, one of them already going down early on. Ivy good on the Marshall there.
Just clear chamber things. Off to A main though, at least Gen G takes up the orb.
So Dambi there, ready with the reactions, but speed up towards A main for Gen G. Nongshim in the meantime go and re-establish Ivy on that info line towards Art, but after that shot is fired off in A main by Texture.
Oh.
Kept Nongshim very interested. Francis wrapping through the middle of the map.
Yeah.
Wanted to pick up that Sheriff.
It's a Sheriff though, huh?
I mean, yeah, it was interesting moves in the mid round versus Eco. Because if you hand a judge over to someone like Texture and then you lose the round doing something like that, you'd yeah, that would be a slap on the wrist for the coach for sure. But doesn't eventuate.
It's gonna be that B
30
approach
seconds left.
from Gen G, slow and steady, but it's all just the pistols, of course. And Nongshim, seemingly having read this, are all prepared. Start things off with quick Astra utility, and anyone who steps outside of the smoke finds instant death.
Caron not quite able to get the plant down. If he was able to do so, that would be the run it back online heading into the next round. But as it stands, very clean anti-eco for Nongshim. Defense has started just as nicely as their attacking side post the pistol.
All the positions and setups. Gen G, at least for the round, just like running around like a headless chicken. Yeah, at least they've also kind of heard Francis around mid as well, so they might anticipate a judge for the next round.
Yeah, definitely. A Neon with a judge. Not going to be too surprising of a prospect. So iconic combo. There's a main control for Gen G. As Caron looking to secure the all for his run it back early on. Prowler just to clear out that close angle and minimize risk for now. Do Gen G speed up off this?
Still try to bait out whatever setup Nongshim might have. Run it back is going to be quite effective.
So we've got active lurks around the map though. This is really just pressure for Gen G for the time being, and they're looking for a reaction. Zinx and Ash still very much sitting in middle, holding the flank, waiting to see how Nongshim responds to this A pressure. But you haven't seen Nongshim move at all. They've still got Ivy on that deep B long info line. Francis sitting on the mid doors, right on top of the trademark, waiting for somebody to go and clear that so he can get a freebie for himself. But as it stands, Gen G look to move towards R and move themselves into an A split with the runner back.
Just a very disciplined hold. The only slight reaction was utility back then, and now the full commitment from Gen G. Nongshim primed and ready to counter strike. Ooh, in the corner though is Dexter. And if he uses cards right, could be the spoiler of the round. Watches out towards the back as well, but it's going to be the Spectre first to swing out. There goes Texture. And more support coming out from the rest of the site. Gen G will be able to take a round back.
And it's wide Nongshim coming back in on the retake there. Texture goes uncleared in the back of the site. And a big firing squad straight down from A main into pit there. Isn't even nearly as competitive as you'd want to see from Nongshim. You wanted to see them get some damage done on the bonus, but yeah, exactly this. Caron and Lakia tapping away together. Player swinging out from Church and one on backside. It's pretty much the best crossfire possible in that position for Gen G.
Very tentative things that we're seeing round to round, but now fully getting involved, it's going to be Nongshim. 3 stack inside of Art.
One does spot out the chamber. Op is out for Ivy. Oh, there's the aggression over on Art's side. Punished by Zinx. Francis goes down early. Nongshim with a disadvantage, courtesy of a nice shot from Zinx. I mean, he's just got such fantastic first bullet accuracy.
It kind of forces Nongshim's hand. Are they really going to be pushing inside of A main? It's a Prowler check for now, but everyone just to try to hold up. Oh no, going off with hot hands and a flash. Suddenly, it's going to be Texture sliding in across. RB will be able to shut them down for now, but Zinx trying to relay forward.
Still tentative though. X-Ross can be very dangerous to deal with, and Gen G will slow things down once again. They're waiting for Ash to get involved. He's prodding over towards double doors. Does deal with the trademark, and that gives Ivy pause for thought. They are extremely worried about getting flanked through the middle of the map. Now Ash to join up with the rest of Gen G here. Still a curveball in play. Multiple nanos. You've got 2 stars on Ash. You've got everything you need to win this round and a man advantage. But X-Ross could still pick them apart. He's got a full belter util for himself, and he's in a great position.
Has to. A first pick or more. Handle for now, though. Oh, it's a tricky position to be in. All the way inside a pit. You can dance around it. It's a Vandal as well, of course, and that's ultimately what makes things the most hairy. But okay. Does well to do enough damage, enough for Ivy to come in with Headhunter. Zinx trying to play off the swing, but Ivy lands the flick.
Big clutch from Ivy. X-Ross does the most there. on the cross. The
ของดี
horn
จัด
made a big difference, getting a huge scan.
ไอวีนี่แม่ง
The
โค
C's
ตรโห
hitting
ดเลย
Ziggs as well, who's forced to plant inside of it. The entry back into that A side just made incredibly uncomfortable by the fade, and Ivy's good enough to clean up from there. Felt like Gen G really overcooking a little bit. I mean, Lucky is quite unlucky to go down there. RB gets probably more done than you would expect from him in that position. Oh, what a shot from Ivy. So underrated. It's actually ridiculous.
It's a welcome change, and he's living up to the tale so far. To move on to the next round, once again, heavy aiming presence from Gen G. Oh,
in the middle of the map though, you see Nongshim once again getting active. Ziggs to receive, turning from the flash, but unfortunately that puts him in a state of discomfort. Cleaned up by Nongshim, so the opposite start to the round compared to the last.
No trade available now gives them potential for Francis to come up with more kills. Spots the barrel and picks off the first. A slide and more out for Gen G just to take things back.
Dabby being a little bit of a pest on outside, doesn't even really need to go for more here. Got multiple ults to work with and a man advantage on the side of Nongshim. They're feeling very confident about closing out this round. Smoke towards street, just looking to deny some info to Nongshim. Ivy can't see anything over there. And as such, Danby trying to keep the middle of the map safe, but Nongshim just quite happy to play this round hands off. They've got great ults to close out the post plan if we make it there.
Yeah.
They've got a nice crossfire inside a pit. Haunts there once again for X-Ross.
Just for Gen G to maybe go in all in or nothing. If they don't save or if they don't come up with a round here, it's double digits and potentially more for Nongshim as the economy might go bad. Danby just fully emboldened by the audio cues, marches up front and instantly dissects Gen G.
Just running at them with a run it back. He took that name literally. Start to the round, Nongshim not dissuaded by getting first picked by Ziggs just the round previous. Look to get aggressive again, and it works out a treat.
เบบี้ยิงแล้ว
What? Come on! We need a timeout.
Nice.
I was kind of thinking about this, Billy, because
โซโล่ต้องเรียกคุยแล้วครับ ตั้งแต่พี่เอ๋ยบอก Gen G 20 ชีวิตก็ไม่ดีอีกเลยครับ นั่นน่ะดิ เปลี่ยนโลเฉย ไอ้เนี่ยบีมันคงขี้เกียจหม่งแล้วมั้ง
Yeah, there's a lot of members in middle here for Nongshim, and it starts off beautifully. Karen goes down early. Another opening pick in the first 5 seconds for Nongshim for Gen G to just digest.
They're going to be able to swallow that one too well, though. Look at this. Tough pill to swallow. Suddenly, Francis just makes things so bitter for Gen G.
It's just disrespectful. No manners at all for Francis. He's running at them. Dabby's like, man, that's what it feels like to have a neon jumping around in front of me while the enemy team panics. Feels great, man.
Sweet.
I mean, Nongshim on this defense is looking extremely dangerous. This was a close game in the first half, courtesy of Gen G getting away with a couple of pretty crazy rounds to start off things. We went on from the bonus to a big streak. I mean, I've kind of said it a couple of times. That felt like Gen G was getting away with some crazy stuff, but I'm wondering if, again, we're coming back down to earth a little bit. Because Nongshim is looking a little bit more dangerous in this second half now.
Gravity feels comfortable. Genji, though, still just trying to find some footing in this second half. They're back over onto this A main space, but there's a lot of potential for retakes in the round for Nongshim, and RB is in position to try to play spoiler a little bit further. No, it's going to be Karen's run it back.
He was trying to juke to run it back and get away with something cheeky, but unfortunately just goes down to it. That is the double-edged sword there.
Perhaps Genji can come up with a round. They've got some ults to work off of too.
Texture left on the side. He's just really trying to be a util sponge if possible.
You should run.
Okay. Slides back and forth. Will eat the C's. And Francis with overdrive could do well to really force Genji back or take down the lockdown. He's trying to find him, but can't quite triangulate. Still stuck in position. And the lockdown goes off. Ash has done well to block it, support it. Just Ivy onto this operator, which perhaps way too valuable or not too effective in this fight where he's running out of time. Opts to save instead.
Yeah, Genji does very well there. A lot of util pegged at Nongshim as they try to speed up into A main and cancel the lockdown. Just run out of time. Curveballs from Karen. You've got multiple pieces of fate. Utility, potentially a stun out there from Ash. They set up a fortress around the lockdown. RB punished for being a little bit cheeky. There's the entry back in on Texture, but yeah, look how uncomfortable it is for Nongshim to try to complete that retake. See, they got hit with a curveball there. There was a stun from Ash. It's good stuff from Genji. Good reply in round number 19.
F เป็นไงบ้างตอนนี้
Can Genji really go? They have to make every single fight.
จะมีการ
Dodge the hunt
เปลี่ยน
for now.
เปลี่ยนฝั่ง
Trying to make this operator work, but
เปลี่ยนฝั่งเหมือนเปลี่ยนทีมเหรอ
quick movement from Genji, and now
เปลี่ยน
they're
ทีม
sorting
นำตอน
the
นี้
B site. The
ขอ
only
ง
one
ทีม
here to try to play
11-8
spoiler is Francis. Dodges the nightfall, but does he have
แต่น้องคิม
range
อยู่
with
ดี
the
ก็กัน
judge?
ไม่อยู่ครับ
We'll swat down Texture for the time being. A second getting taken down. Karen replies back with the same thing, and then the nightfall out from X-Ross. RB starting to push across. The only player left is Zinx. Stuck in a
1v1
1v1.
situation ครับ
Spike
RB กับ
out of
Zinx
range. RB tries to reposition.
Makes his way towards heaven. Turret deployed from Zinx, trying to deal with that. Swing back up on two. Dealt with by RB. Really, really good stuff in the clutch there from him.
ที่ลา
All
บี
that
ชนะ
skirmish just for this moment.
Yeah. I cannot believe Francis gets away with that much in back halls. The horn, the C's comes in a second too
ใช่
late.
ครับด่านหนองชิม
It's really, really rough. He gets hit with the C's first, and then the shorty peak comes out, then he's a dead man. But as it stands, he gets two from back halls in a situation where he should have just gone down for free.
So, attacking side for Genji definitely falling flat, as it's now map point for Nongshim, and Genji just are ill-equipped.
There's Nongshim clearing out A main, just trying to get Ivy nice and comfortable. Another Prowler gets him onto a deep line as Genji start to make some moves in towards Art. Lucky is by his lonesome outside of A with a Prowler to work with, wants to try to push Ivy off this line. Nice jump spot confirms his position. There's a Prowler to follow up.
Yeah, can't Prowler swing though. Meanwhile, onto site, just X-Ross, and it might be enough. Look at the damage that he's doing. Dishing out against Genji as they try to set down through stairs.
ผัดกันยิงรัวๆเลยครับ
It's Texture inside of the smoke. The one saving grace for Genji to now try put forth another round. Plays around the isolation smoke. Thinks to retrieve the spike, but doesn't want to give off a sound. Lakia in position with a clear sight picture, but way too many angles to consider. Oh, a slight jiggle out from Francis. And that puts Texture out of range. 30 seconds! Hangs back, takes down the first judge. Looks to recover
Texture,
up
ยังไง
against Dampy. Slides in. This is still possible. But will he set everything down for the spike plant? He gets gunned down. Lakia off to the weapon. But RB, oh, you dirty scumbag, RB. Back and forth.
จีจี
and
โดน
it's
อา
single.
บีคัดไปดิ
เฮ้ย
เหลือจะเชื่อ2-0ของพี่เอ้ย คุณโยเปยนะครับสำหรับ15 เดือนขอบคุณครับ
Just gets domed and then you open up the space for...
This one was crazy as well. He's sticking. This is the thing. That'd be
He
so
hit the
used
arm
to
like 6 times.
That was so used to running and shooting that he can't stop himself.
The best part was he did it later. There's a highlight of him.
It worked.
I'm like, you can take the man off Neon, but you can't take the Neon out of the man.
Especially from these rounds, I felt like Gen.G were going to run away with this. When you're
คือ
stealing
มันคือ
rounds
แผน
like
ของ
this, the map almost
เป็น
always
ไอ้
goes in
หน
your
อง
favor.
ชิม
So
ทำให้
full
คน
credit
ง
to
ง
Nongshim
ระหว่าง
on
งง
that
อยู่ว่าทำไม
second
ไม่เลือกเดี่ยว
half.
มัน
I
ก็
do
โดน
feel like they played much better and they overcame
โอ้โห
quite a big deficit that they started that map.
ตอบไม่ถูกเลยนะ
And it was a big part is like RB just being really consistent here on the Astra and having huge multi-frag round after huge multi-frag round.
Yeah, they have a really interesting, strong mental resilience for, again, an ascended team. And I think a large part is thanks to RB, who's so experienced. But RB, again, like you said, he was bringing it all back.
I mean, what a surprise. We put everyone else in a weird role. It's RB who's on, home turf here that's able to look the most consistent on that team. He is the most experienced and it shows.
He's just really, really good at times. Like, the guy can play just about anything. I mean, hell, they could throw him on Neon at some point if they want. Like, he's one of the OG Neon
Don't
players.
even will it into existence.
You know what? If it tilts you, I'm all about it.
I'll pull on the hair, right? If they have a third Neon player in this team, it's unbelievable. But RB is very, very well deserved to be up the top of that scoreboard. This is a Phoenix head-to-head, because this is, of course, the big discussion. Caron came onto Phoenix only for the first time last week, but he immediately completely found form. It didn't look like he skipped a beat with it. Danby, on the other hand, I do think he was a lot slower today.
And I think for Gen G here, the problem wasn't your duelists. Like,
Yes.
Texture and Karan were doing their jobs. It was what was going on behind that wasn't as impactful. You know, Ivy, even though the chamber isn't massively popping off on the scoreboard, he still did a good job controlling a lot of space, especially when you get over that defender's side. But Karan in particular still looks super comfy on this Phoenix. It feels like this is now a solution that you can go to as Gen G, a reliable
Yes.
solution that you can go to. Whereas, you know, Danby, okay, it's your first time out. You can give him some, sort of, like leeway there, right? Like, you can be like, okay, dude, like it wasn't your best, but he still was kind of, it still felt like he was playing a space creating duelist at times,
Yeah.
the way he was playing, whereas and at other times I thought he was playing a little too scared behind his teammates, where I'm like, no, the Phoenix should be in front here. You should be throwing those curveballs, not, waiting for your other teammates to take contact first. Like there was
ใช่ครับ
some,
มัน
I think
กลัว
a
นีอ
little
อน
bit
โด
of
นเนิร์ฟเลยผมว่ามันหลายเหตุผลนะ
misunderstanding of maybe how
น่า
the
จะเตรียมรอเม
role
ตา
should
ที่
function,
มา
but
Yeah, but it seems crazy to me. They've done all this experimentation. We're not even particularly impressed, but they got the map win at the end of the day. So it can't really go any better. If you're going to try new things, you're going to have to try and mix around roles. You're still coming out of it with a win now as we move towards Breeze. But Breeze is Gen G's pick.
Yes, that's right. So old habits die hard for Danby. What I'm really wondering for Nongshim is this a comp that they've created recently? Is this something they've been working on for a couple of weeks? Because as we go into Breeze, I'm wondering if Nongshim's going to continue to change and evolve and have Danby on something else instead of a Neon.
I'm so worried about what they're going to pick into this next map. I mean, I think Neon is super playable on the map, so I think we want to see that. Of course, we want Danby to play it, but I think he might not now. I think you can do Jet. We've seen a lot of good Jets on this map, so I think a Neon Jet would make a lot of sense for them. So that's kind of the way I'd like to see them go.
You read my brain. I would like to see Francis on Jet here. I think that makes the most sense. I mean, I think it just basically lets you play it pretty similar to how you were before. And even though you don't have that extra layer of flashes with the Yoru like you did previously, if Francis is fragging like he was on Pearl, then it should be fine.
And he can play the operator, right? We
Yes.
know he's so good on it. So I think that's a very easy, natural fit. I really hope they bring it out. No, they ignore
Again.
everything we say.
What?
One more time.
What?
Phoenix
Hey.
Neon on Breeze. Danby on the
อีกรอบ
Phoenix
เหรอ
on Breeze.
Phoenix on Breeze?
This is weird. This is
No
so
more
weird.
Neon
There's so
Danby
much space on this map. I don't feel like the curveballs generally get as much
Yeah.
value, but I don't know, the Harbor's in there too, so maybe you kind of like, because you have Harbor Viper, you're like slicing up the map and then you're curveballing in those like pizza slices you create.
I think that's definitely what they have to do. They're going to be trying to flash and fight through their own walls a lot. They have to heavy control the mains to try and get some orbs going
เฮ้ย
as well. And they're not in particularly favorable
Oh,
positions
no.
for the attackers in this compared to
Hey.
even. So
เฮ้ย
very,
ถึงกับร้อง
very
เฮ้ย
different. On the side of Gen G, it's Sova KO with that harbor. We've seen this comp in other regions, but of course the pressure fully on Nongshim here on their opponent's map pick.
Well, I can't wait. I can't believe we are this deep into stage one and we are still this surprised as we send it back to our casters, Quack and Pilsky.
I think you got to color us a little bit surprised, a little bit confused as well. But I want to say, let them cook. Let's see where this all goes. I mean, it was either this or maybe like Bind or Fracture, and Gen G didn't want any of that. So let's go down to Breeze with new compositions. What do you think of this, Pilsky?
I just like the fact that Gen G's picking it. Even though Nongshim has had some success on this map, especially over in Santiago, playing that previous kind of Neon Yoru style, you haven't seen many teams actually exploiting the map pool and picking Breeze so far, outside of Team Secret to do it against Paper X, which
Didn't go well.
yeah, to say the least. Either way, though, Harbor versus Harbor. We've been seeing this in other regions. You have evaded it for the most part. There's the Storm Surge. Just Ash is under a lot of pressure here.
Just hanging back. Got the quick high tide to come in and kind of segregate the map as well. And that's maybe where you want to start to see the effectiveness of it all as well, because it gives them a little bit
เมื่อ
more
กี้
close
มีอะไรแบบ
quarters,
เหตุ
close
การณ์
range
ที่
to
สม
play
องเกิด
around.
ขึ้นไหม
Cove comes up,
มีคนบอกไม่ไหวกับลาเกีย
and we'll see if Texture can do much with low HP and a Sheriff.
Yeah, Nongshim
Lakia
feeling
ก็ยิงไม่
very
โดน
comfortable now. There's no flashes to be able to get back in. Darts there for Lakia, but it's going to be hard to break through this cove on doors.
Off angle held by
Ow.
Express as well. We'll reveal his position, and that's
รัว
gonna
เล
be
ย
a
ข
free
นาด
kill
นั้น
for
นี่ไง
Lakia,
โดนละ
but the rest of the team all playing around A main, or at least in front of it. And Francis coming to relay forward to just put the lights out for Gen G.
Nice and easy for Francis. pretty decent game on the Neon in, you know, just the map previous. And he's got big shoes to fill playing Neon on this team in particular. It's his third game of Neon. As I said, it's something that they once experimented with in the off-season, and I remember looking at that game on BLR and being like, they did what now? Like, it was like Danby, Breach, Francis, Neon, and all I could think was like, I'm gonna do what you do what I do, and together we're gonna come to a better understanding about what each other wants, you know?
And it might be fresh. So, you never know. If Nongshim wins, we'll get the interview and then we'll find out. But for now, it's just going to be them trying to bulldoze through into the A site off of an opening shot by Gen G. But still, from mid doors now, it's going to be Ivy trying to find targets. Won't be able to see too much.
I mean, speaking of openings, there's a massive gap in the middle of the map, and Ivy's just walked straight through it.
Oh boy.
And then you have Francis walking through the high tide. Ivy doesn't need a scope. Or maybe he does.
It's Marshall, so just a quick reload. That's going to be enough for it. Bolt action or not. Still, Charon, we'll see if he can maybe take one more player down.
He'd love that. I think as it stands for Nongshim, in this anti-eco round, if they come through with these 4 rifles, then they're going to be very happy about how things went. Ooh, that was a quick right click from Charon, and he says, thank you very much from the Phantom. See you later.
Francis.
Yeah.
Danby would have never done that.
We patched the coach in for a second. I'm pretty sure he said the same thing with the same tone. Francis.
ถึงเวลาที่ต้องกลับมารันวงการฟินิกส์แล้ววะ
I mean, that's what happens though, you know? Like, at some point in life, when you get as successful as Nongshim have been, winning something like Master Santiago, that's where you become a little bit more philanthropic, you know? You've got some success you want to share with others. So that's why, basically why Francis donates them the Phantom, you know? He knows Gen G have been doing it tough, and he just wants to help out.
Just because it's
He's
you,
a good guy.
I believe what you're saying.
He's a good guy.
หรือว่าจะเป็น 2-0
Round number 3.
Yeah, they still got some guns.
Yeah. Well, Nongshim, they haven't reinvested in a handful of rifles, so they're taking this bonus relatively serious. You have the Storm Surge and the Cove being exchanged, and there is Danby to get his hands on an Ultor. Closer to a run it back now.
Could be useful, but it's also just Francis marching in. Oh, what a shot from Ash. Straight through with the high tide. It kind of slows things down just enough for Lucky to get in on the edges, too.
I'm not going to lie, some of these forward
ไม่แน่นะ
slides
อยู่
from
ที่ Ivy นะ
Francis are hilarious at the
เอา
moment. Ivy, though,
เป็น
on a
เรื่อง
comfort agent in the middle of the
แล้ว
map,
ตัวสุดท้ายนี่ B
causing problems as he's liable to
เนี่ย
do
เดิน
great
ยิ้มเล็ด
headshot from Charon with
ยังเอาอยู่
Francis's Phantom. And RB, now
มา
1
บี
on
ด้วย
3.
คารอนครับ
Very winnable for him.
ถ้าได้ไวเนี่ยได้ลุ้นอยู่เวลาพอมี
Definitely a lot of kinks to iron out, but nonetheless, lovely little bit of recovery from Gen G as long as Karen doesn't slip up towards B.
Yeah, that's the frag that you can't afford to let go by the wayside. Oh, that's a nice timing for Karen. But RB, he's going up into Nest. Okay.
No.
That's pretty egregious. I'm not going to lie. That's
Knife
pretty
out.
egregious.
30 seconds. There's still a chance. Oh no, RB. Ash hears him. He's trying to get in position. Yeah,
Thank
we'll
you.
have the offense.
Thank you, Ash. Somebody switched on. And that's the most important thing. Lucky, where are you going, mate? Please.
Okay, okay.
Oh. I mean, Ash continues to deliver. As mentioned by Paperthin on the desk, if you ever want to motivate a Korean player, put him on the bench for one map, or one series rather, and then watch him go crazy.
Start to froth at the mouth just to put me back in, coach.
I mean, yeah, that's the kind of you know, behavior you'll see from somebody picking Harbor usually. But it's starting to come into a bit more popularity.
Oh, Storm Surge against Locky. Oh my goodness, still with the judge. Quick with the flashes, and Danby finds his way back in.
Ash, hand in hand with Texture. This has been the duo to hold the A side every single day of the week, but it's not looking like it's a normal day in this current situation. Danby wrapping around with a runner back, dealt with well by Texture, who's still alive.
Still trying to play around the pyramids too. Has enough ammo. Dodges the flash.
What is going on? Please,
Nobody
someone
can come back in to support. It's just so far off. You got Ivy still marking down doors too, and
Enemy remaining.
as strange as it might be, Nongshim are still pretty much controlling the site.
It's hilarious to watch how many of these duels are so hard for certain people to win, and then you switch to Ivy's pop and he's just instant headshotting someone that's not even looking at him. I mean, I called it. You couldn't have had a better timing for the call there.
He's set up for it. He's on the agent that lurks around, so.
It's true. Francis going down there early on, biting the bullet, or several bullets, as the judge does sing out for him. And Danby does a good job on the Phoenix to follow up. I mean, this is kind of what I was talking about on Pearl. I'm like, usually the Phoenix is the one to frag, and Neon's the one that gets sent to the dogs, but yeah, a bit more normalcy being restored on Breeze here.
โซโล่เข้าชาร์จอย่างไว
Saving for it here, 2.7k in the bank account. And there's still time. Still only early days.
Toxins going up.
Nonetheless, it's going to be Nongshim to just try to scrounge up as many rounds as possible. So, mid approach again. And now they will check the corners as well. Ash quick with the high tide, but Francis alongside Danby. Just a force to be reckoned with.
It's interesting, it doesn't really feel like Nongshim's got a particularly deep playbook today. Like, they kind of just playing these new comps that they haven't played much before, and they're running a lot of the same kind of plays over and over again and just trusting that they can win the fights. And it's working with a pretty good degree of success. I mean, Nongshim is a very brawly team at the best of times.
Spike
That's fair sentiment, and it's definitely true just with what we're seeing right now as well. RB trying to support and play around. It's Recon dealt with. Ooh, not too bad with the flash, but look at the recovery. Everyone's just supporting it, and unfortunately some whiff shots from Gen G as well. So Nongshim getting away with almost without a scratch.
It was vintage Danby movement. He cops the KO flash and he's like, I'm on Neon, it's just a reflex. He just starts b-hopping in circles. It doesn't matter what agent he's playing. That's hilarious.
That's the highlight. That's what we've got to slow down and.
Not much for Gen G to do that. This is the round where they need to start to have some impact. It's what I was waiting for. Tex just got the op out. Hunter's Fury and the Reckoning ready to go. Same can be said for RB though.
But it's Nongshim and back in towards middle again. Ivy on the lurk could be quite deadly. Nonetheless, oh, Ash under the judge. It's once more Francis down in the dumps.
He's just running through double doors every single round. Oh, that's rough. That was Texture's operator debut. And I don't know if he's going to get his hands on one for the foreseeable future now. Double entry from Ivy. He's considering the pit. And Nongshim, an easy B site after plant. As the Hunter's Fury does come in, it doesn't quite find its mark onto Danby. No impact from the Sova ult there. Oh, I say that, he's actually picked up the pit.
Okay, well, maybe that makes things a little bit more doable with 3v3 coming across. Ash has the Reckoning, which could be useful, but so does RB.
Say Pacific is about the waves. I mean, that is such a good Harbor ult.
How often do you see this?
If they want to go through it, they're going to be blind. There's the Defender's Harbor ult.
Whoa. Now it's just the entire site kind of blocked off, but just a slight sliver enough for Danby.
Player standing.
It does get silenced at the end, but you're running out of time now, Gen G.
Yeah. Far too much time bought by the Harbor ult, but really the round was won again by Ivy. Ivy is just winning this game for Nongshim. double entry into the B site. Zinx needed to trade there. Texture needed to get something done with the op. It's the first time this game that he's had his hands on it.
Yeah.
And it's you know, the most chill Red Bull clutch ever for X-Ross, sitting inside window there.
Yeah, one shot that didn't even reach the spike, by the way. But
it was the aura, okay?
Yes. Gen G had to respect it.
Another buyback through for Gen G here. Once again, Texture and Zinx to hold the B site.
I think this round maybe it's going to be an off, but really do have to watch out. Run it back, really something to contend with. Nice. Texture slows it down for now, but it's just perhaps a bit of recon work. Pull the rotations across. Gen G are starting to move.
That's great util from Zinx. He shuts down the drone, forces Nongshim into an uncomfortable position. The fragment pushes the run it back straight into Texture. Drone to clear out middle here now by Larkia. Doesn't see Ivy, who may get another great timing.
Oh, speaking of, it's quick timing now onto the A site, especially with the Neon coming at hand to Judge not quite able to prevent it from coming online. Swapped and upgraded to a Phantom as well, and there goes Ivy. Once again with the lurks. Larkia trying to push on through. It's done well to take down a couple for now, but oh, the Cove. Ivy taking down Texture too. It's just Larkia with low ammunition. He's trying to keep his distance, trying to isolate as much as possible or save now. See, finally calls it that it's way too inconceivable to pick up a round here.
I mean, the round starts so well for Gen G. B execute completely cancelled by the KO utility. Texture kills the run it back for free. But the pivot back across towards that A site. Karen goes down for free without getting anything done at close range with the Judge. And then Ivy once again just shooting a player with his knife out for what feels like the 4th time in 7 rounds.
Something that Gen G's got to start to catch up to.
I mean, it's a player who's notorious for lurking. And he just keeps getting away with it every round. I mean, I say getting away with it, he's fantastic on the timing. He dodged a drone so well that round. But at what point do you get shot in that same spot? It's not even the same player, to be fair, but like, that's another one.
Yep.
He's killed Texture for free as well.
Timeout.
Unreal.
It definitely is. Well, Nongshim doing. Point, but gonna have to try either way. So possible Blade Storm now. Texture pops it. Wants to explore down middle, perhaps find Ivy somewhere.
Again, they've hit the entire team with the KO knife. Like, these kind of starts to the round should be able to inform you of exactly where you want to be going. This is a very nice setup inside of middle for Gen G. Nongshim not dissuaded by the fact that Gen G have got some great information here.
Trying to keep an eye out for Ivy anywhere.
Yeah, they're really looking for him, aren't they?
Zinx with the fragment just to try to delay as much as possible. Ooh, high time.
เปิดสตรีมเมอร์โหมดตรงไหนอะแชท
Nongshim waiting inside
ทีม
of
น่าจะเป็น
main.
คลิปตัวไหนของ
Information
เป็ด
on the B side of the map for Gen G. They're getting a little bit more nervous that elbow is contested here. And that's where Ivy will have more space to walk into middle and get another kill.
Ooh. Texture, quick with the reply. But that's all Nongshim really wanted at the end of the day. They're playing up against an eco, so waiting out the utility and then pushing across. They found the round off of those little kills. It's just Karan left onto the Sheriff as well.
I mean, again, it just feels like Nongshim, similar to the Pearl attacking side, of just keeping things simple. It's been a lot of the time A splits or A executes. The only thing that really changes, and a lot of the time it's 1-4 as well with Ivy on the lurk, the only thing that really changes is the timing and what they're doing in kind of some of these micro situations, and a lot of that is coming down to the individual players.
เนี่ยเจนจีแปลกๆว่ะนี่คืออะไรวะถ้าตอนเจอเป๊ปมันอะไรกันวะ
Just kind of, let Nongshim cook. I know it's strange. it's the whole Phoenix Neon conundrum, but Ivy is still Ivy.
7-1 for Nongshim. Another chance for, Gen.G to do something. They got the pit. I was going to say, I want to see, the op come out, but I don't think they have the money for it. They got to just rely on the 5 rifle here. Tech's just got to get into the game, man. I feel like the jet pick has been so hit or miss for a lot of players. Even players that used to be phenomenal on the agent.
Yeah.
That are known for the agent in some regard are having a really tough time making it work in this meta.
The only one that I can think of who
เฮ้ย
has
เป๊ปไม่
somewhat
น่าแปลก
given something.
Yeah. But in other regions, there's some fantastic players on the jet that are having big impacts. So I feel like it can work in this meta. It's just that some of these jets in Pacific are having a really tough time at the moment.
And again, it is Pacific, where you got teams like Nongshim who have been quite aggressive previous rounds, but now with the op online for Texture, thanks to a teammate perhaps, able to leg Ivy down a low.
Francis is on the operator here, as you would expect. Arkia spotting out the cross as the orb goes in.
แต่น้องชิมตอนเจอเดียเอ็กเจอนะครับไม่มีทรงเหมือนกันนะ
rely on going towards this A side of the map, and Zinx is ready to cancel with the knife. Drone goes forward first. That will be the knife in response, but then you've got the KO ult to follow up.
So Nongshim shouldn't be
เอ็นจีเมื่อไหร่จะกลับ
regrouping
กัน
around
นะ
this, but they are. It's
เมื่อไหร่อะ
Francis
พี่ใหญ่
who- Okay, swaps over the Phantom now.
Dart is still there for Lakia. You've got multiple flashes and a fragment for Zinx, as well as his ult, and Texture is looking for the opener here.
Technically, this should be Gen.G's to have.
Nice.
Opening shot by Texture. Second one, not quite. Oh no, and getting caught out mid-utility now. What's Lakia gonna do? Trying to play around the wall, around the tide. He can get behind just enough. Might be able to come up with a couple more kills, but no. X-Ross has other plans. Ash picks Zinx back up. And then you're down for the 2v3. Kind of know where your opponents are, but still needing to take those fights. They're trying to go split back off across, but Francis still able to frag out. Repositions around the pyramids, and that's going to be audio cues now. Ash trying to bait his opponents out into the open, but it's time. Ultimately working against Gen.G. Sets it up, but the snakebite confirms the kill.
It's another round for Nongshim.
จะรั่วเลยครับ
Ivy
นั่
somehow
ง
gets
อึนเลย
2
ผม
kills after being left at the start of the round. Like, this guy is just unbelievable right now.
โอ้โห
Texture
ด่านตัวเอง
gets the opening kill with the op. You get your KO ultimate out.
งงเลย
Ivy finds this kill on Karen on the lurk. This kill... Oh, we're not actually going to get to see it. I'm surprised about that. The kill that was kind of egregious, to be honest, was Francis swinging backside onto Zinx, who had a flash out. Because Lakia pushed right side, and it just... Those are the kind of kills that you look at and you feel like Gen.G, there's just not good communication on the team right now. Like, there should be a crossfire established, but that's the kind of kill that is just free.
Looks like it's back.
Oh!
Okay, Texture, hang on. Look
There we
where
go.
เฮ้ยเอ็ด
Threefold, maybe more.
เอ็ด
Ivy, alongside X-Ross, have been blocked off by the Viper's pit. Oh, in fact, X-Ross, unless he walks into the pit, he's pretty much stuck.
Finally, Texture's woken up. It's taken 10 rounds of Breeze for him to have impact.
There we go.
It's not going to have much more of a defensive side to really disrupt Nongshim. He's going to have to start to get it going on the attack for the most part. If he can drag Gen.G into 3 or 4 rounds on this defensive side and they can get a pistol, then maybe it's game on.
Good a time as any. Ooh. Move on to timing as well. Now the 0 point pretty much confirms Ivy. Starting to get a good read for where this guy's positioned. Ash for the trade. Extra spotted out by middle. Texture. There
รี
we
ฟตี้
go.
ไปดิ
Mr. 4K.
มิสเตอร์ฟู
Yeah, vintage from here. Just
Mr.
phenomenal
4K
shots on the
ทำงานแล้ว
Guardian over on elbow.
คัมแบ็กตัว
Not easy shots to be hitting either. Francis is
ตอนนี้
full
ต้องคัมแบ็ก
straight,
แล้ว
trying to go for a circle jump. Immediate flick onto RB there and then dodges the curveball to deal with Danby. Catches X-Ross on the timing. That's gorgeous from Texture. Thousands killed from Ivy there, only his second year in Pacific. A main control for Nongshim once again. It's a 1-4. Ivy on the lurk. He's 14 and 5.
Toxins going up.
Feels like he's got about 1,000 kills on this attacking side of Breeze so far. Kind of destroying Gen G right now.
I'm inclined to agree.
Toxin screen down.
The screen down, then Nongshim start to make their advances. High Tide comes back forward, but a little bit late. Ash just enough to be able to break down Danby's run it back, but ooh, Ivy Francis now swarming all across.
เหมือนเดิม
Viper's Pit blocks off door
ได้มา
as
วินหนึ่ง
well.
ก็เหมือนเดิม
Yeah, pit across double door is going to make it very hard to get back in on the retake, and all of the entries go the way of Nongshim. Gen G just feels helpless for them. On this defensive side, Ivy gets dicked again and still gets another kill.
Okay, the shorty will be the one that finally does him, but at this point, second last of the first half, I mean, you're going to be able to really hang on to this op for that much longer.
I think you need to. You'd love to drop Lakia a rifle here. And interestingly enough, even though Nongshim has got plenty of money, they're not going to hunt Texture down. Maybe not wanting to give him the Blade Storm.
Yeah. Hopefully not, but nonetheless, once again, Nongshim able to shuffle through just as soon as the smokes, the walls all come down.
You see RB going looking for the kill there because he's one off his reckoning. Just another execute on that A site where Nongshim run in and Ivy gets 2 kills on people not looking at him. Hey, at least 6 was looking at him, but he still died.
Oh no. Gen G in shambles, but we'll see if they can pick themselves up on this final round of the first half. Where is Ivy headed?
It's just, I mean, they're just going to keep 1-4ing. It's 1-4 A main control. Oh, lucky. Oh, he's lucky to be alive, I got to be honest. He's trying to make a bit of a heroic play there.
Minimal damage, so perhaps still okay. Gen G really want to remove Ivy now. In with a flash, but he still takes down at least one. And that's your harbor.
KO Knife again scanning a couple of players from Nongshim inside of A main. I mean, I feel like Gen G know what is on the cards here from Nongshim, but they still are just having a tough time of holding it a lot of the time. Hunter's Fury there for Lakia. Got the fragment from Zinx and an orb put up by Karen from the other side of the map. Drone going looking for information. Spots out multiple players. Like RB and Danby were just facing in the open. There's the Hunter's Fury.
It should be beaming. Okay.
Okay.
เฮ้ย
One
โอ้โห
down.
ได้เฉย
Rotation should be coming through soon enough as well.
What is happening? What is Nongshim doing right now in A main? I'm so speechless, man.
Circling back and forth. 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
And now they're beginning to make their move silently.
คัมแบ็กมีอยู่จริง
Karen
เล่
on
นให้
by
นาวี
Doors
อยู่ตรง
just
นี้
has an extra angle, one that wasn't considered. Still, at least the spike gets planted, but Lock, yeah, beginning to make his move, and the snake bite decays him just enough for him to collect on the final few kills.
I'm so confused. But look, you'll take every round that you can get as Gen G.
Yeah.
I like the approach. The flash to clear out Ivy inside of middle is something that could have done them a lot of favors if they had mixed that in a lot earlier in the half.
Yes.
Still goes 1-for-1 there. But I don't even know what was going on for Nongshim there. They were running around in circles in A main, getting Hunter's Fury. Francis is just
93จะเคิร์ดหรือเปล่ามาดูกัน
มีลุ้นให้ดูแมป3ไหมถ้าได้ออกไปดูทัน
อืม ยาก จะว่างั้นอย่างนี้เลย ยาก
people have a certain expectation around Team Secret, but I have to say, I've been impressed at least half of the maps that they've been playing so far this stage. There shouldn't be a walkover for Gen G, especially not if they're playing like this.
Oh, okay.
Zinx has once again scanned the entire team with his knife, and once again, Nongshim has not cared.
Well, they're trying to position themselves around the B-Link for now, at least. Should be a potential swing soon enough. And there they go. Oh, come on. Dabby! Double kill found!
There's a whole setup. Gen G sees them all walking down elbow, and Nongshim, like every time they get scanned, they just keep walking. They're like, oh, you saw our whole team in A main on attack? We're going to hit A anyway.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know how Gen G wasn't able to pick up those kills up towards the stairs, but either way, now you're back towards middle. Oh no, it's Ivy again!
Yeah, he's too good, isn't he? It's 5 sheriff. This was a 5 sheriff buy, wasn't it? For Nongshim.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Perhaps except for like RB or someone here and there, but either way, now it's Lakia's turn as the lone survivor. And he's getting circled around as well, Billy.
Could be a big clutch for the Lark here of Valorant. He's having a good game so far.
Would love to see it. Play around the pillars. Dambi is relatively low enough for that Sheriff to pick him off. He's starting to hear Sharks circling around though. And now that makes you a bit nervous. The pressure perhaps too much. Nongshim, double digits on the pistol.
Yeah, a pistol that, look, if you're looking for strat ideas as an up-and-coming team in Valorant, this is one you should probably just give it a miss.
Nongshim have also just gotten every single pistol today.
No, Gen G won one, I think. Did they not? Am I thinking of the first series?
Might be.
I think I'm thinking of the first series, yeah. It's been a crazy day.
It has. Well, I mean, crazy series. The series
GG ว่ะ
is quite puzzling to
ไม่ได้พกเลย
I'm just getting the sense that Nongshim they think they can do anything and they're going to win this game.
Then they can't be stopped.
ไอวี่มันยิงระเบิด9 ตัว
So, especially on the defensive side, you really want to keep him in check. That's what Texture's there for, but now it's just the pistols.
Dan be ready with the reactive hot hands as Ash picks up the orb. Texture active inside of elbow. He's once again bought himself a sheriff.
Nothing much else seen across the map though.
Waiting for a push or a reaction for Nongshim, if anything. One way deployed by RB. As the wall being pumped up and down by Gen G. Trying to force out something from Nongshim, looking for information. And as Francis walks into A main looking for information here, it's the perfect timing to find out that Gen G is not going A at all. So the rotations are coming across.
Yeah, so they will, bait the reaction out from Nongshim.
เป็นประเด็นตอนนี้นั่งดูแล้วแบบขอบคุณนะ
Straight into the B
เอากู
side.
ไปตั้ง
Ivy's already prepared with snake bite, and the orb comes up. Oh my goodness, you're just dashing into your death. What are we doing? More shots fired across, 30 seconds remaining. The wall has come up, and no one can really do much. They walk past it, they get slowed, they get peppered full of pulls. Nongshim up to 11.
It's only an eco round, guys.
No, it's
so
not.
It's all good.
It's not.
Don't worry about it.
They're
on a bye now.
A massive gap between the teams.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
You're cooked.
I'm kind of confused by Gen G's approach on this map as well, because it felt like they figured it out. They're like, okay, we played double duelist and we put Zinx on a duelist, right? And now we're just forcing him to play like Senti Initiator and just like making him very uncomfortable. Like he's done all of his best work as a secondary duelist on Gen G. And now we're putting him on KO, which, like, he's hit every knife. But I need him to go shoot some people, man.
I can't tell you. But yeah, I don't.
Take flight.
Hopefully we get an interview or something. Maybe a post-game conference.
ขอบคุณนะ
For now, drone
พี่ชาย
from Nongshim.
หลังไม่ต้อง
This Gen G buy can amount to much.
Yeah, walking up elbow, there's a 3-man setup over here for Nongshim. Do have a couple of Guardians in play. RB throws out the one-way.
A is called clear by Francis. The man is still on the stinger.
ทีนี้หน่องชิมชนะนี่คือว้าวุ่นเลยนะ
All the information that Nongshim want. Ivy, he
He's looking for a pick. Oh, hello, Lakia.
Oh, he gets in as a fadeaway.
He's going there. When they know the whole map's clear, he's Wing into elbow.
Maybe just to allow for Genji
เกม
to
ยังไม่
pick.
จบครับ
It was just Ivy and one Sova. Francis in position up behind. Okay, we've got walls and smokes coming back up. Genji just trying to, unfortunately, put boots on the ground to their own demise. Look at those Guardian shots. Just beautiful from Nongshim. It puts them up on top of series point.
Match point.
13-2
I'm speechless.
รั่วเลย
I couldn't tell you what's happening in this game, man. This is
People are
crazy.
leaving. No, I'm kidding.
I cannot believe he gets that kill, and he's reloading his sheriff, running into elbow when Francis has the whole map.
What? I don't know what to make of this macro. I really don't. I'm actually seeing audience members leave the stage because I don't know. Well, 12-3, Genji with the force up. Show us something. We saw Texture just insanely pop off with the Guardian several rounds ago. And there goes oh, Charon! Here we go.
Now Ivy, next up to bat. It's going to be a double swing. Charon hits these every day of the week, right?
Let's go. Yes, he does.
No.
Almost. He did tag RV down to low. That's enough information for Genji to say, let's send it packing over to the A site. Smokes up. Oh, but X-Ross is hiding inside of it. Oh my goodness. Calm as ever. Takes down Texture like nobody's business. Oh, swaps on towards Ash. Is this it? Are we done here? Lakia says it's not. Ooh, hit by the snake bite though. Slight collision against his teammate, and now it's just RB. Reckoning sent across and right into Ivy's open arms.
มาพี่เอ้ยแบบ3เด็กเจอหน้าจืดเลยในวันที่นีออนที่ถูกจับโดยแดมบิเกิดอะไรขึ้นครับ GG ไปแล้วครับแชทเดี๋ยวสักช่วง2 ทุ่มอาจจะนะ ใช้คำว่าอาจจะมาใหม่นะครับ ขอบคุณทุกคนนะครับ ก็แปซิฟิกก็ใครทายผลก็ไปดูผลได้นะครับผมเดี๋ยวจะเชื่อผมก็จะอีซี่2 คู่วันนี้ คู่เดียว โอเค หาเกมเล่นก่อน อาจจะมาเจอครับ ขอบคุณทุกคนนะครับ thank you นะขอบคุณที่มาดูด้วยกันนะครับ อย่าลืมเข้า Discord ไปเล่นสนุกกันนะครับ แล้วก็ฝาก Richman Shop ไปด้วยนะครับ ขอบคุณทุกคนนะครับ